Primetime, featuring Joe C.
And then he couldn't fire his glutes later.
Matt Hayes.
His balls are different in person.
And Leon Searcy.
So they were smelling themselves.
Oh, my gosh.
With no deal.
How you like me now? How you like me now?
We belong in a technological age, do we not? We rely on devices, do we not? It is.
Here we go.
Look, I gotta open the show complaining. When Matt says "here we go" about me complaining, I do laugh. I do laugh a little bit. What do you mean, "here we go"?
Because I have the answer for you, but you refuse to accept it.
Okay, listen, I'm a bit of a mule. I'm hard-headed, stubborn, all that kind of stuff. But this much I know. I have been a PC guy forever. I've never been a Mac or an Apple guy, and you do have to draw lines in the sand. There's no question about it. You either are or you aren't. And Leon, I don't know whether like I'm trying to think of another comparison that it's the old Ford versus Chevy way back when.
No, it's not.
You can only be one versus the other. Coke and Pepsi, we've been down that road.
Yeah, it might be that. That's more apropos.
But iPhone and Android.
Exactly. Android's Coke.
Yeah.
Apple is Pepsi.
You see, there you go. There's an opposite
That's not true.
opinion,
Yes, it is.
an opposing view right there. Well, anyway, here I am.
He's the only guy in the building with Android. I know he is. There's no doubt in my mind.
I think there.
I love it.
Yeah, but because whenever you text JJ, it comes up green, and so you know.
You know, I've actually fixed a certain issue that, like, when everyone would text me videos or photos, it would come in like it was from 1970. So I have fixed that. I now use a different messaging service.
Okay.
So every text and video should be good now.
Yeah, so you're out of the AOL world. Okay,
yeah,
that's
I'm
good,
in
good.
2026, not 2016.
You're out of dial-up.
Yeah.
Good for you.
So I'm an iPhone Apple guy, but I've been a PC laptop guy forever. Bought the kids when they went to college, Macs and Apple, so they're all in, okay? They're on Matt's side of the world. But the bottom line is I've been the PC guy, and this Microsoft 365, they just basically shut my computer down. Okay, I bought what I viewed as a lifetime subscription to
I
Office.
believe this is like the second time this has happened in the last year and a half.
I think it probably has. But Office 365, I bought the dang, quote, lifetime subscription. Apparently, my life is close to being over because they just locked me out of my own computer. Out of my own computer.
I guarantee if you read the fine print,
It's not
it's not a lifetime.
That's not a lifetime.
Yeah. Thank you,
It's
JJ.
like
because
until we
first,
decide
I'm
to
gonna get
change the
No.
price.
because
you can
I-
take this first because I got something I got to say to him. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
because I just want to read this one part because it did say, no, Microsoft 365 is a subscription-based service. Technically, there is no lifetime
Wow.
subscription.
Yeah.
Like you savages, that's what I bought, okay? I know that's what I bought.
Your time has expired.
And so now...
But you do assume that when you buy those type of, like,
You
you
do.
know, Microsoft Office or whatever,
Right.
that you have it for life, forever.
Yeah, because it says one-time purchase.
Exactly.
Well, first off, it should come with the computer.
Well,
Okay?
That first
That's
one
number
was,
one. Okay?
I see, I know. I don't
Maybe
really...
they didn't anticipate you living this long.
So
Maybe.
right, that's
Yeah.
possible too.
I-
So on this Mac, Joe, okay?
But
on this
I don't
pretty
want to
little
debate
Mac
that.
I have here, let me
Yeah.
just explain this real quick. Not only do they have their own word processing system, it's called Pages,
Yeah.
which is way better.
Sounds terrible.
Way better than Word,
Yeah.
okay? They also have their version of Word, also free
Yeah, I know.
on the laptop.
I know. You've told me, but
And it speaks to the Microsoft Word. So if you download Microsoft Word and you open it, guess what?
Mhm.
It opens it.
right, it just costs the
Yeah, the
computer costs
laptop is
$400
like
more.
exactly. So it's like you better throw that in there because
Right.
the laptop is easily
Okay,
Yeah.
fine.
hundreds more.
It's
if
about
not
300
thousands.
more, okay? Fine. I will say this.
400.
Let's look at this, though, Joe. How much did you pay for your quote-unquote lifetime subscription?
It was $99.
How much have you paid for that subscription now over the last, I don't know how many years?
No, that was it.
Or about to be on
Yeah.
200.
Yeah,
at
it
this
was
point.
99, and now I'm about to get tattooed.
How many laptops have you gone through since I've had this one? This one being, other than the one that Mia
I
spilled
did not
iced
want to
tea
turn
on,
this into an. You know what?
that crushed my laptop.
See,
I'd be using that one still,
I
too.
wanted to open the show with the PC people that would help me instead of lecturing me on how I should.
And you just
own
took a dump on
an
your own
Apple.
point because there was an accident that happened. Your laptop could not be replaced.
Bro, no laptop's going to be replaced when an entire thing of
Exactly.
IC gets dumped
Things
on it.
happen. Things happen. So, like, why pay all that money for something that you could just spill tea on?
Exactly. 'cause
Ruin it.
It's today's TV. You're used to a nice big screen. You spend $300, whatever it is.
This may as well be your right hand.
And then when it just just whatever
Goes
blows up, you go get another one. And now I'm in the TCL world when it comes to televisions because
What's
it's a good
TCL?
price point. Yeah, it's just a good price
It's
point.
Pepsi.
Yeah. No.
Oh, is that a brand?
Yeah,
Yeah,
TCL.
it's Pepsi.
Oh,
They're-
okay.
It is not. It's they're the,
Oh no! Here we go. We're
Yeah.
gonna get texters with
It's
TCL.
certainly not-
We're
certainly
gonna
not
get
Coke
TCL people
/Toshiba.
texting in like crazy,
Yeah, can
super
you just
pissed at you.
quit assaulting every account that's out there. Okay. And TCL's the official television partner of the National Football League.
Oh, okay.
So
And the National Football League is what? Pepsi.
I have
Compared to what?
No, it's they actually have the deal with Pepsi.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
apparently they're going to crumble based on
No, they're not.
projections.
They're the only one. Them and Taco Bell are the only
They're
ones.
keeping Pepsi alive.
Yeah.
So I just really
So is Taco Bell for that matter.
just really hoping to talk to the PC people out there and just get me out of this Office 365 thing because I thought I had a lifetime sub and now I cannot get onto my laptop unless I update my subscription. And it's a little paralyzing.
So you got to
Okay.
get another lifetime subscription.
I guess so.
Wow. Okay.
I guess so.
Weird.
So anyway,
It's
there I
weird.
am.
Another one.
Your second life.
Yeah, I guess.
By the way, we never talked about that. How
Yeah.
strange is like Taco Bell's kind of like a cockroach. They will never
Yep.
go under.
Yeah,
Never.
no-
Well,
Nor-
they're very,
nor should they.
they're very like creative.
Yeah.
Like every time you look at a commercial, it's some new product that they
Right.
have.
Right.
Like they just
Right.
keep evolving.
And they'll bring
Which
a
I
chicken
respect.
tender in on you without
Out of the blue.
any background.
Out of
Yeah.
the blue.
Yeah. Like the
Try
one-
our new tenders, and you're like,
All
all right.
Yeah.
And the
Well,
one-
I don't try it, but I just enjoy that they're doing
I just see it. Yeah,
Yeah.
I haven't
Right,
haven't gone
right.
through one of their drive-throughs, and I can't tell you how long.
Yeah,
right,
me
but you
neither.
see it and you go, okay.
Yeah,
it.
but
I only eat at one place, and that's Tony D's. Quick shout out to them.
he did.
I went there this afternoon, brought the boys back
Yes.
pizza.
He did pay
phenomenal.
off a bet,
Yeah,
Once
he did.
again.
He did.
which was
They
outstanding.
make a mean grandma's pie.
They
There's
do.
no doubt about that.
And honestly, I am your typical meat lover's pizza. Like I need to see pepperoni and sausage. It needs to dot the cheese, but that pizza,
When that thing rolls in,
you don't
Yeah.
need to worry about anything else. It is that good. All right, so please just.
Although
let me-
you can get one with those on.
Oh my gosh, yes. So just let me bemoan a little bit as far as the now subscription that I have to confirm to actually get back on my laptop. I feel like I've done something, I don't know, like a reporter or something that's in the news right now. I've done something,
Former reporter.
yeah, I've done something bad and now I can't get back. But here I am. So let's get into a few things today as we draw closer and closer to the National Football League draft. And the countdown is on, as you've heard on Jaguars Today, as they've gone through it. And we've been going through it. We've got our midweek mock a day late tomorrow, but we are going to do our XLP Big Three with the left tackle position. Yesterday, we did it with the running backs. We had Coach Gerald Ingram in with us, and he definitely had a lot to chime in on that subject. But we will get to left tackles, and it's not a pretty list.
It's
Big
slim
Stars.
pickings, bro. Slim pickings. We know the guy at the top has a gold jacket.
Yes,
We just know that
exactly. But it was a big list of possibilities yesterday because this team, for whatever reason, has drafted pretty dang well when it comes to the running back spot. But outside of that, not so much at some of these other positions. So we will get into that coming up. Play-in games last night. NBA, the association, you got 7 versus 8, 9 versus 10. You got another chance if you lose to get back in it, especially if you are the higher seed among those. Bottom line is you were at the watering hole, Big Sirs, and it
I
pulled
was.
you in big time.
It did. It pulled me in. A lot of big shots, a lot of fast-paced tempo, high scoring overtime.
Yeah.
Big shots in the end, big block at the end. I mean, I don't watch NBA until this time of the season. I'm
Sure.
not a big fan like
This is
JJ
the
and RJ.
classic. What the regular season is over.
Yeah,
now I'll
regular
start paying
season's over.
attention.
Now I stopped paying attention, but it was
And it was like the worst regular season of all time. Even I
Really?
checked out the last couple months.
Yeah, it
too.
was- it was
Every
a-
other team is tanking and sitting all their guys.
A
And it's
load
just like
management
blowouts.
/ tanking year.
Yeah,
Eh,
they got. I mean, they are allegedly doing something about the tanking because it was outrageous this season.
Oh,
but
it's
we'll see
terrible.
if it
that
works.
whole league is tanking.
Yeah, it's just the I mean, the incentive for losing is too good.
Well, you had two teams down the stretch that basically both were trying to start 4 guys.
Oh, it was more than that. It was more than 2 teams.
Oh no, I'm saying
man.
like you would have matchups though where we're just let's
Oh,
just
against each other.
yeah,
Yes.
let's just send 4 out tonight. Well, the other team said we'll send 4 out too. We don't care. We're gonna do
How-
whatever it takes to lose.
How many other
there's a-
professional sports are there where the athletes have never been paid better and the product's never been worse?
I,
Is there
I
any
really
other?
have to think about
Is
it.
there any other?
But But what Joe just said reminded me of a South Park episode.
Yeah.
Where when you're in Little League and you keep winning, you keep like going to the next tournament. Like your all-star team, if they win your regional, then
Right.
you go to this one, then you go to that one. And eventually, like the end is the Little League World Series, which is like 7 months after your season starts.
Oh, yeah.
And so the South Park kids get so annoyed at having to keep playing that they're trying to intentionally lose
Why
games.
can't we just lose at
And then
some
the
point?
other team is doing the same thing. So it's like two tanking NBA teams going back, like trying to lose on purpose.
Like, honestly, you would go to Hard Rock Bet Big, and you
Yeah.
would look at the lines. And
Oh,
like,
my God.
These two teams want to lose so bad. I can't lose. You still would have a difficult time picking the points.
Yeah, but on the flip side of that, the Detroit Pistons were terrible a couple of years ago,
Yeah.
and they
Exactly.
everybody thought they were tanking to get draft picks, and they were. And now eventually they're the best team in the East.
Yeah, which is nice when you have the Cade Cunninghams and the other guys
Yeah.
step up and make plays for them, and even them surviving the injury to Cunningham. But you can use them. You can use a few of these other teams as examples. And it is good that you see teams rise from the ashes, but you need to have, going back to the original part of this, you need to have enough sanctions against losing to where
Yeah.
it's just not good for business.
Yeah, it's not good for business.
Yeah.
It's a
It-
terrible byproduct.
Yeah, and that's the part
And by the way, speaking of Detroit, being the best team in the East, that's like being the smartest kid in kindergarten.
Yeah, we
Like,
know
who cares?
we know the West is loaded.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Hey.
but they can't. They,
I was once that.
Of course you were.
And like
Smarty pants teacher's pet journalist.
the 65 game rule. Nikola just barely got to meet that, which
They're
I
going
was
to change
happy
that rule too.
Yeah, that he was able to get to his 65th game, but got all that argument about who's the MVP. And there have been some stellar performances down the stretch from the bigs, but you want to see teams competing all the way to the end. One obvious tanker, maybe two obvious tankers. But after that,
Yeah.
and so
What can
now
you-
we'll
What
see.
can you do?
Yeah.
If the commissioner, how do you penalize them?
I feel like you got to figure out a better way to divvy up the possibilities of who can get the highest draft pick and make it. They come up with a lot of different suggestions as far as percentage of ping pong balls, however you want to describe.
No. I need to
Yeah.
see the ping pong balls.
I
How
know.
about that? All right, because I don't believe anything about the NBA. When they traded Luka to the Lakers, and then the Mavericks got flagged,
Yeah.
that was
Huge,
staged.
off.
huge red flag.
Yeah,
Yes.
something was off.
Yeah, something was
Flag
off, bro.
intended.
I need to
for
see the
pun
ball. I
intended.
need to see them.
David Stern came back from the grave to make sure that
The
happened.
frozen envelope with
Yeah.
Patrick Ewing. It goes all the way back to that one, man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. In the
Even-
mid 80s.
Yeah, even with Shaq. Shaq told the story where he said David Stern before the draft asked him, "Do you like to play in the hot or the cold?" Come on, bro. Stop it.
I got two places I'm going to send you. All right, so let's get into a handful of draft details with your Jacksonville Jaguars that we will dive into as we get to next Friday. Not next Thursday, but next Friday is when they will pick first. At least that's what we think right now. So we'll get into all that. We got some spring football stuff that we want to get to as well, because there are quarterback battles that took place with a handful of spring games this past weekend, a few more coming up. We will get into all that right here on XL Primetime. Golf Club of Southampton Wednesday. It is beautiful, and they are close to their renovation, so make sure you head on out. Call 287-PLAY. Enjoy 18 holes.
XL Primetime is driven by Duval Ford. How can you describe Lauren Brooks?
At 16, she won the gold, turned pro, and was named one of Barbara Walters' most fascinating persons.
Lauren Brooks. Afternoons 2 to 4
You like strong women. I've done my homework.
on 1010XL.
I'm Chris Campione. Auto accidents can leave you feeling lost and overwhelmed. But at Campione Law, we're here to guide you with a personal touch through every step of the process. We don't get paid unless you get paid. CampioneLaw.com.
Overheard at the Hard Rock Bet Party.
Meta World Peace, what's up, man?
Nah, that's not my name anymore, thanks to Hard Rock Bet.
We're doing this again, are we?
Now I go by Meta over rebounds, under assists, method of first basket, free throw, piece.
Huh, so you really can same-game parlay practically anything now on Hard Rock Bet.
It's the only place I play these days.
Download the Hard Rock Bet app and start playing today. Hard Rock Bet. Roll with us.
Offered by the Seminole Tribe of Florida. Must be 21 plus and physically present in Florida to wager. Terms and conditions apply. Concerned about your gambling? Call or text 1-833-PLAY-WISE.
You love your land, and you have plans for it. During Kubota Orange Days, you'll love the great deals on their versatile, reliable lineup, helping you turn dream projects into reality. Visit your Kubota dealer today for the best deals of the year. Now through June 30th. 0 down and up to 84 months financing available. And save up to $3,500 off select compact compact tractors. Sale ends soon. Stop by your local dealer or go to gokubota.com. Coastal Equipment on New Kings Road and in McClenny.
Hey, it's Matt Hayes. I was scrolling through my phone the other day, and there it was, my Awaken 180 app. So I popped it open and started looking back at what I pulled off 2 years ago. 40 pounds gone in just 12 weeks. But the number that really jumped out to me wasn't the weight. It wasn't even the 6% body fat I lost. It was the fact that those numbers dropped and my muscle mass didn't. That tells you everything. It wasn't just eating less with Awaken 180. It was eating to lose weight. The right proteins, the right foods, the right plan for me. So my body burned fat instead of muscle. And trust me, that matters. Because when people say they want to lose weight, what they really mean is they want to lose fat. But if you're not fueling your body the right way, guess what your body can start burning? That's right, muscle. Exactly the opposite of what you want. Awaken 180 tackles the fat. The coaches tackle the plan. Tackle it and keep it off at awaken180weightloss.com.
Fight night is here. Join Dan and I at UNF Arena for Guns N' Hoses, Saturday, April 18th. You want to be a part of the pugilistic festivities? Go to gnhjacks.com and get your tickets now. It's Guns N' Hoses, Saturday, April 18th.
Hey, Jacksonville. This is Dr. George Bari. Bari Orthopedics is your choice when it comes to an injury. We're here for you and your loved ones to deliver excellent treatment and care fast the first time. Trust your care in our hands. Get same-day appointments for your injuries with 3 locations. If it hurts, ask us first. Bari Orthopedics.
Be sure and check out the expertise from Dr. George Bari and the entire staff at BariOrthopedics.com. That's BAHRI Orthopedics.com.
Hey, gang, Prosser here for my friends Chad and Sandy. What are your concerns? What struggles do you anticipate when it comes time to sell your home? What is it that bothers you? What's keeping you from getting max money as quickly as possible? Well, I don't know what those reasons are because I know they're all silly. Because Chad and Sandy have one down-to-the-line guarantee. Your home sold guaranteed, or they will buy it. It'll be at a price and a rate that you agree upon beforehand. So if you need to sell now, fast, easy, stress-free, and you need max price, then you need Chad and Sandy. The government's making moves intended to push mortgage rates lower. The last time rates dropped, we saw a selling and buying frenzy. Now's the time to prepare. It's time to call Chad and Sandy. Darcy in San Jose did. I wanted to move to a more walkable, vibrant area. Within 3 days of working with Chad and Sandy's team, I found the perfect home. They do it stress-free with a guarantee. Go to chadandsandy.com or call 414-6200. That's chadandsandy.com.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. When it's game time, Farah doesn't flinch. XL Primetime Wednesday, teed up by the Golf Club of Southampton, home of the Coastal Equipment Guggen Open Golf Tournament.
So, one of the great members of the St. Johns County Sheriff's Office, formerly a deputy of the SJSO. He let me know that he's going through the same thing right now with Microsoft. I'm like, arrest those bees. Like, come on, man. I need a little help, Shaw Dog. Please. I need a little help. But at some point, I'm going to have to get back on my laptop because I've been working on my mock. I've been working on my judgments. I'm taking a look at everything as we show prep, and boom. Locked out as soon as I sat down. I started eating grandma's pizza, which did soothe it just a little bit, but then I just got locked out. All right, so big XLP Big 3. We're doing every position group, and basically we've had to like corral the cornerbacks and a few other positions, outside linebackers, because we didn't really have the distinction between weak and strong, so on and so forth. But left tackle's left tackle. You, as a great right tackle, certainly you stand alone. Left tackle draft choices or undrafted players this team has signed or drafted over the years. Your XLP Big 3, sir.
All right, at number 3, I went with Eugene Monroe. All right, solid, played it, Well, how many games did he start? How many games did he play? But
he basically came here as a top 10 pick.
He did.
Both he and Evan Britton, I want to say, were playing left and right. He probably started 3 dozen games, something
I was
in that
thinking something like
neighborhood.
that, 3 dozen games, something like that. Yeah. So
that's 3.
That's 3. Well, okay. Number 2 is Cam Robinson.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I like Cam.
32 games for you.
I had 32.
I had a love-hate relationship with Cam Robinson.
I'm glad that you're like you and I
did.
we sparred, but we agreed on him, like back and forth, because you wanted to see better Cam.
I know he had the potential to be better, and we didn't see it always. He was too inconsistent. He didn't have an ebb and flow with consistency. With me personally, having played the position, but then he would play a game where physical with his hands, coming off the ball, talking trash, getting into people's face and stuff like that. So I mean, he had a little fire to him now. Absolutely had a little fire, especially his rookie year. His rookie year was phenomenal. I don't know what it is about guys that we drafted their rookie year. They just look they look phenomenal. And then the rest of their career, that's kind of up and down until their contract year where they kind of ball out, which is a red flag, tripwire when it comes to a guy who balled down on his contract year. But Cam Robinson and I had a little relationship. And number one is Big Bo, my compadre.
Yeah, I think if you could just break it up in like 3, 2, 1, XLP Big 3, and just do the syllables, Bo, Sell, Lee.
Yeah,
that's basically what it does boil down to. But Cam does deserve recognition. He
deserves to be in the top 3 for sure.
He was part of 2 playoff seasons.
Yeah, he was.
And so,
well, also, I'm just going to throw this out there. What else is there?
Yeah, I mean,
Mike Pearson.
There's not a lot.
Luke Jokel.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. There's not a lot else there.
Not a lot.
The book on Walker Little is not done.
Oh, it is. I'm sure he's going to excel.
Walker Little, honorable mention, question mark.
He would not play left tackle.
It is a question mark. If you give him a jacket on his sleeves, each side,
you guys underestimate
72,
him,
it's question mark, question mark.
He's going to come back fully loaded, ready to go. He's going to win that job in camp.
We will see.
Damn.
Cam Robinson, when he came in, he definitely did good things for this team. There's no question about it.
He did.
And he and Jawan Taylor kind of followed a little bit of the same path, the up and down that we've been talking about career-wise with these guys. And it sucks because you think you've got something that you can plug in, like you've always said, Leon, just turn your back for the next 10 years. Well, that just didn't happen with either one of these guys. Then once they leave here, Jawan got him a killer contract and then ends up getting clipped a year before that contract is done. He did play 3 years and was part of Super Bowl winning.
Got 2 Super Bowl rings.
Yeah, part of Super Bowl winning offensive lines.
You drafted 3 guys with the idea that you're going to turn your back. They'll be there for 10 years, right?
Mm-hmm.
You got Jokel, obviously, didn't happen.
Right.
Mike Pearson didn't happen. Eugene Monroe didn't happen.
Yeah. And Eugene Monroe ended up, there was never a second contract. All right, how about these guys? Cam's the only one who got a second contract because Cam got hit with the franchise tag back-to-back years, then got the deal done, made decent money for 2 more years before they moved him out of here. Then he goes to Minnesota, doesn't keep his job there, goes to Houston, doesn't keep his job there. So he was, as I would at least defend him, he was always just above average. He wasn't average. He was above average, but he was a little more than that.
He was a little above average. But, I mean, coming from Bama, what Nick Saban co-signed on him, it's probably he's the best, best
he said he was the best player
he ever coached.
Yes.
I mean, when Nick Saban co-signs on you like that, you're supposed to be a baller.
Yeah.
And his rookie year, he was. He was an absolute baller. And then, like I said, ebb and flow of inconsistency. Contract year, balls out, gets a huge second contract. But he deserves to be on the list for sure, right behind Baselli.
Yeah. And the one thing that is we just quickly, we knew we were going to get through this XLP Big 3 pretty fast, but you can argue for anybody else that you think or where you would put 2 and 3 as far as your list is concerned. Hit the text line designed by Lifetime Enclosures at 641-1010. You always want to look and see the productivity, were they part of playoff runs, all that type of stuff. And the one good thing about Baselli being back in the building is that you hope he is going to install that same type of mindset. This is the type of player we are looking for. When we go through our draft process and we do all of our scouting, we need to reveal certain, let's just use that intangible word that James Gladstone uses all the time. Those intangibles that you need to find in a football player that says this guy's going to be on lock.
Well, it's the old Coughlin montages that you got to earn the right to wear the teal.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
And I'm pretty sure the Bo's treating every player that comes in here, whether it be a free agent or in the draft, that you got to earn the right. That's how you create culture. We don't just hand out Jaguar jerseys. You got to earn that. And, I'm pretty sure. I mean, that's what Coughlin used to talk about.
Mm-hmm.
We just don't draft guys. We draft Jaguars.
Yeah, yeah.
That meant something back then, so we're trying to create something like that now.
100%.
But I think they're different players now, bro.
Yeah.
Players are different.
They're not all different. Okay,
Majority of them are.
Well, yeah, but there's still a lot of great ones out there. Let's at least because we don't.
No, I mean mentally. I mean their mental makeup. I don't mean players. Players are great. The mental makeup is different.
Well, you're talking about old souls.
I'm talking about guys that will play for like the jersey.
Mm-hmm.
Like their mental makeup isn't like that now.
Well,
there are guys in college like that. That's all coach wants you to do. Play for your team. Play for your university. They don't care about that.
I just feel like we're throwing a big blanket over. Like we're including greats that love wearing the uniform.
I agree with that.
I just think that's a little unfair, is all.
There are some of those. There's no doubt. The majority are not.
Yeah, it is a different world, and you gotta view them differently versus Leon or whomever that would just give everything he possibly could to be in that moment and shine. But they're still. Pat Mahomes still walks this earth playing the game.
I will say this about college players: if you're thinking about the NFL and you're still in college, shame on you.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever team you with, you should be trying to be that best Buckeye, Hurricane, Bulldog.
Mm-hmm.
And the NFL, Jimmy Johnson used to always tell us this: you be the best right here where you are.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to go looking for the NFL. NFL comes looking for you.
Yeah,
that's just
and just go.
I'm not going to ever change in my thinking, the process, because it affected me, and I'm where I am today because of those beliefs.
Yeah, I love it because
I wouldn't have had the career I would have had if I thought.
Well, you're a great example of be where your feet are, and you wanted as much of Miami as you could possibly get your hands on because you succeeded there, and they helped you be as good as you were. And you've always said it. It'll be there.
Ain't going nowhere.
No.
It ain't going nowhere.
So Dempsey did text in. He said that, and this goes back, it reminds us of the conversation that Saban told he and Tony that Robinson was the most complete, ready pro player he had ever coached. And so pro ready.
I was running.
Yeah. He might fall into that I was wrong Wednesday.
Right. But let's be fair here, okay?
Yeah.
Once he got outside that Bama bubble, all kind of different.
But
all kind of different,
what
baby.
What is a little revealing, if you go back and if we were to come up with a list of all, and Cam was a second rounder. He was not a first rounder.
Mm-hmm.
But if we go and remind ourselves of the first, second, third round Bama players, they were all surrounded by greatness, which lifted them up. And they didn't stand out alone because they were the best and everything else around them was not trash, but just not elite. And there were half of every Alabama star or a crop of stars that went into the National Football League. They didn't all pan out because they were surrounded by greatness. You know what I'm saying.
I know exactly what you're saying, but my point is when you look at some of those Alabama guys that didn't pan out, once you get away from daddy, once you get away from the guy who's controlled everything about you for 3 or 4 years and has made you a significantly better player.
Right.
And then once you're on your own,
true,
and there's no more governor on you, and now you're flush with cash, life changes a little bit.
Well, here's a classic example. And we were talking yesterday about Leonard Fournette.
Hang on real quick. Yeah. And you're in a league where they expect you, Leon, correct me if I'm wrong, where they expect you to grow on your own. You're a grown man. Take responsibility and grow and be better. Correct?
Absolutely. Yeah.
So
it's not my job to teach you.
Yes, you've literally gone 180 degrees from where you were in Alabama.
Yeah. And some figure it out. Some don't.
Do not, yes.
Some don't, yeah.
But here's another classic example. We were talking about Leonard Fournette, a top 4 draft pick, whether he should have been a top 4 draft pick. CMC came after him. Christian McCaffrey was drafted after Leonard Fournette because people weren't quite sure if his type of running style would survive in the NFL. How's that?
You mean great?
Yeah, exactly. How's that working out versus this big burly running back in Leonard Fournette? Let's remind everybody, you know who was the 3rd overall pick in 2012? Another Saban coach player, Trent Richardson. And that's another great example. You thought this top 3 draft pick. Yeah. You can't miss with that. He ended up being more of a film.
But at the other end of the spectrum is Derrick Henry.
Very big.
He was more of a filmmaker than a film studier, as it ended up.
Right? At the other end of the spectrum is Derrick Henry. So, I mean, you can you can say that he didn't work out, but Derrick Henry did. Yeah. Josh Jacobs did.
Yeah.
So I mean, you can go down the road of guys that did and guys that didn't.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. It's a coin flip.
Yeah.
And really, it's a coin flip with almost every draft pick that's out there. But it's still that rule still does apply even to Alabama. They probably have a better than 50% success rate.
I don't know,
but
I think they're pretty infamous for not having success in the NFL.
I think I'd have to look at that. It's not a bad exercise. We may do it coming up here in just a bit because we got to get to some college football. But you guys chime in, 641-1010. Hit the text line designed by Lifetime Enclosures. Golf Club of Southampton Wednesday, a couple of Mondays away from the Coastal Equipment Guggen Open, and that will be one of the last big events they will have at the Golf Club of Southampton. So make sure you get on out there and play. Enjoy 18 holes. Call 287-PLAY and get on the tee.
XL Primetime, driven by Big Number 1 Duval Ford, elite service for elite companies. Streaming live from the XL Digital Studios, polished by Harbor Dental Care, the locally owned smile restoration experts.
Hicken here. Beat the spring cleaning rush and call Zero Res this month. Get 20% off hard floor cleaning and get 3 rooms of carpet clean starting at just $135. Visit ZeroResJacksonville.com.
Zero Res.
Welcome to Key Buick GMC, proudly family-owned and operated since 1943. Come see why they're North Florida's new and pre-owned truck center, conveniently located on Southside and JTB, just minutes from the St. John's Town Center. At Key Buick GMC, every new vehicle comes with our lifetime powertrain warranty. Key Buick GMC, we are professional grade. Online at KeyBuickGMC.com. Lifetime powertrain warranty covers engine, transmission, drivetrain only. Exclusions apply. See dealer for details.
My son had a meniscus surgery a couple of years ago. Went smooth as silk, was playing tennis in 2 weeks. This is Patrick Malarkey, and I highly recommend Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
Our son Eric's a Division I collegiate baseball pitcher who is having shoulder pain. We took him to Southeast Orthopedic Specialists and are confident that he's now on the road to recovery. This is Beth Anderson, and we love the care Eric receives at Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
It's Guggen Golf Time, and you and a partner have a chance to play in this year's Coastal Equipment Guggen Open, Monday, April 27th at the Golf Club of Southampton. Just text Guggen to the text line designed by Lifetime Enclosures at 641-1010 for your chance to win. Hit a hole-in-one for a chance at an Atlas Street Legal 6-passenger golf cart from Dynamic Drives. Get great swag and prizes throughout the course from Southeast Orthopedic Specialists, TopDressing.com, Surfside Pools, and Ackerman Urology.
Frank Frangie here for Coil Fencing. Since 1927, Jacksonville has trusted Coil Fencing to protect what matters. And I trust them too. From tough chain link to your commercial project to sleek aluminum fencing your HOA will love, Coil does it all. Did you know that Coil can also install, service, and maintain those automatic gates that help protect your neighborhood or business? To schedule a complimentary consultation, visit CoilJacks.com. That's COYLE Jacks.com. Coil Fencing, A+ rated with the Better Business Bureau, proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Looking for an exciting, fun-filled evening the whole group can enjoy? Welcome to indoor football. Welcome to the Jacksonville Sharks. Discover the thrill of the indoor league. Fast-paced, action-packed, and it's family fun. Be there when your Sharks take on the Orlando Pirates Friday, April 17th at the VyStar Veterans Memorial Arena. Kickoff, 7 o'clock. Halftime performance by the world-famous Disconnected Canines. Ask about our family 4-packs. 4 tickets and $50 in food vouchers, all for only $100. There's no better value. Get your tickets now at jacksharks.com or call 904-621-0700. It's Country Night presented by Roland Reese Plumbing. Dust off your boots, throw on your camo, get ready for a night full of football fun and great music. Join us on the field after the game for our free autograph session, sponsored by Flight Adventure Park. Tickets start at $15. Call 904-621-0700. That's 621-0700. Sharks football, where memories are made.
Go Sharks!
Fins up.
When you need a mechanic you can trust, call Sam, Harry, or Joe at AA Automotive on Richard Street. From oil changes to complex engine repairs, AA Automotive promises expert service and honest pricing from a local family biz. AA Automotive on Richard Street.
Here's hoping for a raise the roof football season. And here's knowing Next Gen Roofing is up for any job. Game day or storm season, you need a team you can trust. And you know what? You don't need a glitzy roofing company. No shortcuts, no gimmicks, no nonsense. Solid roofs at competitive prices and a commitment to the First Coast community. Right now, save up to $300 on your next roof replacement. When you need a roof, you need Next Gen Roofing. Team with you, it's a win every time.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Focused, fueled, fearless, Farah. XL Primetime Wednesday, teed up by the Golf Club of Southampton, home of the Coastal Equipment Guggen Open Golf Tournament.
Get on out there and take advantage of membership opportunities before the renovation begins, which is only a few short days away, a couple weeks away, and you can really cash in. We're talking savings because once they do the renovation, it's all complete. You're going to see that go up. So 12 months initiation fee with the paid membership, and you get a cool $1,000 off and then another $500 worth of Pro Shop credit. So you do not want to miss out. Make sure you check out the Golf Club of Southampton. Call 287-PLAY. So
I wonder how much the Pro Shop at the Golf Club of Southampton makes in an 8-day period. It's probably going to be just like the Masters.
I need to ask Derek DeStefano, the owner, operator of the Golf Club of Southampton. That's all the vowels except you. And see what he says. He will say, wait a minute. They made
$277 a second.
Yeah, $277 a second, $10 million a day. I'm going to have to ask him for a percentage of what he makes compared to what Augusta makes. And the original NFG ended up pointing out that there are several merch shops located
Yes, not just one.
on the premises. And there's quite a few opportunities for you to fill up that bag. The bag that was full of Masters gear that Xander Schauffele hit his ball into. Tee shot landed right in the bag. We were all on this thread trying to estimate how much that bag total purchases would have been. Yeah. Well, the bag was full.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It wasn't just like folded over or whatever. It was set up.
Imagine lugging that thing around for 4 hours or more.
Or you could get it mailed back to your home.
That's what they'll do. They'll ship that bad boy for you in a heartbeat. All right.
Oh, I thought you were going to give us the total.
Oh, no.
You were totally setting that up, man. I
Yeah.
thought you were going to say that.
I wish we had. I wish that they would have put that on social. Usually something like that does pop up.
Like the
I
guy
thought you were
going to
say, well,
No.
here's what it was.
We estimated anywhere 1 to 4K in that one bag.
I'm going.
At least,
yeah. Well, that estimate's crap, Joe. I'm sorry.
I know it is.
You can't just
I know
say
it
like
is.
$1 to $4,000.
I'm just saying, over the course of the thread, if we started with one, we landed on 4.
You got to remember, too, those things, like, they can, like,
compress.
They're compressed, and they're, like, vacuum, sealed, too. So, like,
I know. I'm just
it
saying,
could be, like, a really nice jacket for
that's such a
$500, and there's
vague-
3 of them in there.
1 to 4 is too vague for me.
180, 220, 360, whatever the amounts were for each one of these things. Like,
plus, you may have a Masters Rolex in there, which is going to be what?
Whoa.
Wow.
40,
I didn't
50
You're just keeping that in that bag.
I didn't even know they sold those. Are you kidding me? They sell those?
They
He's
sell
just
Masters.
making,
Yeah,
he's just
he's
making
making
stuff
stuff
up.
up.
I am making it up. Of course I am.
Yeah. There, I did have some numbers as far as.
You guys hesitated, did you not?
Yeah, we paused.
It certainly,
Wait a
it certainly led to a pregnant pause there.
I wouldn't be shocked if they had one type of, line of Masters-related gear or watches.
Of course,
Yeah.
and I bet they're like $600, $700 too.
Well, it's kind of like I want to be able to get in the clubhouse at TPC Sawgrass next year just to purchase the GOAT polo.
Oh, those were sick.
So
yeah.
these people go there and buy all that stuff to wear it to have talking points later on.
Yeah.
Okay.
As soon as
Just
you
to
walk
say,
up,
I went to the Masters and you didn't.
Yeah.
That's basically
Yeah,
what it is.
exactly.
Yeah,
To
Big
show
Sirs
off.
is rocking the polo right now. Someone else walks up with the
Yeah.
Augusta logo. Yeah.
Right, whether they did or not. Like,
Trying
if
to
their
trump
friend
you.
gave them that,
Yeah.
they'll still say,
Still a
I went to
story.
the Masters.
No,
Yes.
so you think they'll just lie?
Oh, my
I
God.
have a Masters hat.
I definitely think people do that.
Oh, okay. I thought you just meant all of us.
No, some do. Absolutely.
So that makes you the cool kid.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Exclusive.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I just love it.
That's
when-
why it sold just then, right?
Yeah.
Because it's exclusive.
Yeah. That's,
It
and
becomes
that's why
You're cool.
people
Yeah.
are shipping it all over the place. And like the
Or
witch doctor
attention-
brought
or-
yours back.
Or an
Yes.
attention seeker.
Maybe.
Yeah,
Or
okay.
just to let you know when you see me on the street, I'm a cool guy.
Right,
So-
I'm better
so-
than you, right?
I am better than you, exactly.
So if a guy with a
and
master's
I
hat
agree
and
with
cap,
that.
if a guy with a master's cap and hat on walks by me and I ignore him, which I would.
So you think you're better
He's
than
still
me.
better than you.
No, is it? No, is it? I would-
Anyone who's been to Augusta, even for a practice round, is better than me.
Yeah.
Sadly.
And there,
I disagree.
yeah, I agree.
Don't sell yourself
I,
short.
No, don't sell
I
yourself
don't care.
You're a
They've done
tremendous slouch.
something that I've been wanting to do my entire life.
But hey, they can't do what you do.
What do I do?
You, what do you
You're
mean
right
what
there.
you
But,
do?
but I'm saying I don't get to
Oh.
go to exclusive places and cool places. I'm saying outside of.
Bro, you
know,
went to Italy.
Everybody gets to go to Italy.
I've never been to Italy.
I've never
Buy
been
a
in the league.
plane, just jump on a flight.
I've never been to Italy.
I've never been to Italy. And I was in the league.
Probably could, you probably could use the money to get to Italy to get to Augusta if you needed to.
But my bride probably wouldn't have loved that.
You had a great job. You're on a sports talk show.
Yeah.
You get to argue about LeBron James being the best player in the NBA.
I'm not saying my life
history,
isn't
which is
badass.
ridiculous.
I'm just saying not have been to Augusta yet in this point of my life is sad to me.
Yeah. Yeah.
No offense, Joe.
Yeah, tears in my eyes, I guess. I'm with you.
Yeah, but that's your own fault.
Yeah, well,
you easily could have been there by now.
It is and it isn't, but it is what it is. I'm going to get there next year. I sound like the Florida Gators
said that
every
last
year. I'm going to get there next year.
Last year at this time you said I am going next year.
He did.
I know I did.
And
calendar
flips.
You know what?
Here you are.
We might have to start a GoFundMe for you.
Wow, that's a good idea.
Okay, first off, it's not life comes up. It's just he doesn't do it.
Yeah. Well, it's
not
funny because
easy.
Dog, it's our job to make sure he goes next year now.
Yeah.
GoFundMe. I feel it.
We're gonna have to get with TLD and just literally make sure you go next
But like
year.
we said, when you work golf every week, then you're ready for that 1 week off or whatever, and then you chill. So you
And
I
you'll
got
be
always,
at home. Yeah, you don't want to take the
No, I
1
don't.
week
No,
you have off and
you're
go
trying
on
to talk
vacation.
yourself out of this.
Right.
Next
Already he is. Already.
I want to be there. All right, here we
We're
go.
like 358 days away, and you're already talking yourself out.
I'm not going to do it. I'm going this time. So, Mel Kiper Jr., he says it's his final mock, but it's just his final mock for this year.
Oh.
Yeah. It's his final mock draft for this year.
He'll never give it up.
How old is Mel, by the way? Let me
He's
check
up
that out.
there.
It's got to be 100.
Yeah, he's up there.
He was 80 when he did me. So
Yeah.
I'm joking.
He's like
65.
What?
He's not that
He
old.
looks
65.
terrible.
65.
Yeah.
Double nickels?
He looks at least 72.
He looks at least in his 70s. You're right.
Wow.
No doubt.
It's all the stress of
I guess.
whatever
How old
he does.
How old is Mel Kiper Sr. for that?
So wait a
He
minute.
made-
If he's 65.
Yeah.
Now, yeah, so when he did my draft, he was 30? No way. No way. 65's got to be wrong.
You were drafted
92.
92.
I was 21.
So
And Mel,
you're-
if he's 9 years, because he's 9 years, what is he? He's 65?
You're
So
calling
he's
like
9 years older than me.
a Danny Almonte situation
I'm just
here.
saying. I'm just saying he was 30, bro.
Was Mel Kiper? I got to change it to Junior now.
Okay.
Junior.
Oh,
When
boy.
he started.
Well, he was born in 1960,
Yeah, I
guys.
know. Well, that's what
Okay,
I'm
yeah,
saying.
he's
do the
9 years
math.
old. He's 9 years old.
He was 23 or 24 when he started ESPN in 84.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's
Okay,
right.
Yeah.
That was his first ever year, 84.
84, yeah.
Okay, so man, he's been there
He's-
forever.
And
created.
what was the blow up with the Colts? That was 88?
Oh, he's like, who the hell is this
Yeah.
guy? He doesn't know what he's talking about.
Was that 88, 89?
Alberts with that draft?
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds right. That
So-
sounds right. So
No,
we're just
no,
getting-
Trevor
Yeah, he
Alberts
said,
was-
who the hell
was
is Mel
90s.
Kiper?
90?
It was 90s, yeah. It was like
He's never
92.
put on a jock strap.
So he was probably 32 when that happened.
How do you know?
Because he said he was 30 in 1990.
No,
that's
I'm
why.
back to the jockstrap.
That
part.
was the 1994 draft.
Yeah.
94. Okay, so he was
Yeah.
34 then.
Okay,
And it was
so
Bill Tobin. And they were talking about the Colts
GM.
passing on Trent Dilfer at the time.
Mhm.
Wow, interesting.
All right, you pull that up when we
I
come
will.
back.
That's a great soundbite.
Yeah, pull that up when we come back because it'll be fun, at least to kind of get us going, because he has Jeremiah Love moving up, and he has Jeremiah Love in the AFC South. So let's at least get into that coming up in just a little bit as we look at what the chatter is around maybe some movement or some shocking draft picks at the top. It is XL Primetime.
XL Primetime.
Driven by Duval Ford. It's the ultimate ride.
He's gonna do it!
Sunday at Kansas.
Bubba Wallace wins at Kansas!
NASCAR is revved up by the Plumbers and Pipe Fitters Local Union 234 on Jacksonville's high performance NASCAR station 1010 XL.
Leon Cersei here, your lemon pepper guy. You know Wingstop always delivers. And I'm not talking about their cook-to-order, hand-sauced and tossed chicken sandwich in your choice of 12 mouth-watering flavors. I'm not talking about that house-made ranch, so good nobody. I wouldn't blame if you double dip. I'm talking about Wingstop delivers right to your door, and we're open till 1 a.m. So visit wingstop.com or use the Wingstop app to get flavor delivered right to your door late night, only at Wingstop.
Baseball is back. Jumbo Shrimp Baseball at the newly renovated ViStar Ballpark is your home for affordable family fun. Tickets start at just $5. Fireworks after every Friday home game and kids around the bases after Sunday games. Log on to jackshrimp.com for tickets and details. Jumbo Shrimp Baseball, affordable family fun.
Here's a health and wellness tip from orthopedic specialists of Jacksonville.
This is Dr. Gary Katay with Orthopedic Specialists of Jacksonville. I specialize in the treatment of the hand, elbow, and shoulder. Many people suffer from tendinitis in the hand and upper extremity, often caused by repetitive motion. Prevention starts with good posture, frequent breaks, and simple stretching. Don't ignore early signs of pain. Act before it worsens. Visit us in person or online at osjax.com.
Stay healthy with orthopedic specialists of Jacksonville.
Of course, Roland Reach Plumbing has awards from Folio Weekly and the Bold City's Best. Now, Roland Reach is also confirmed as the Google Guaranteed Plumbing Service. Because when you do plumbing right, the word gets around. That's Roland Reach Plumbing.
Hey, it's Matt Hayes. I was scrolling through my phone the other day, and there it was, my Awaken 180 app. So I popped it open and started looking back at what I pulled off 2 years ago. 40 pounds gone in just 12 weeks. But the number that really jumped out at me wasn't the weight. It wasn't even the 6% body fat I lost. It was the fact that those numbers dropped and my muscle mass didn't. That tells you everything. I wasn't just eating less with Awaken 180. I was eating to lose weight. The right proteins, the right foods, the right plan for me. So my body burned fat instead of muscle. And trust me, that matters. Because when people say they want to lose weight, what they really mean is they want to lose fat. But if you're not fueling your body the right way, guess what your body can start burning? Ding, ding, ding. Muscle. Exactly the opposite of what you want. Awaken 180 tackles the fat. The coaches tackle the plan. Tackle it and keep it off at awaken180weightloss.com.
It's the event everyone waits for. Now at Beard's Diamonds. Buy one, get one free on all wedding bands. Save up to $10,000. Beard's has case after case of designer bands for men and women. White gold, yellow gold, rose gold, titanium, and platinum. Buy his, get hers free. Buy hers, get his free. The big box corporate jewelry stores can't do this, but Beard's can. Buy one wedding band, get the second one free. Now through April 19th. Beard's Diamonds, your local jeweler at St. John's Town Center.
I'm Chris Campione. Auto accidents can leave you feeling lost and overwhelmed. But at Campione Law, we're here to guide you with a personal touch through every step of the process. We don't get paid unless you get paid. CampioneLaw.com.
Count on Campione, Campione Law.
We've all been there. You hear about an incredible event Monday morning, but it happens Sunday. Stop missing out. Jacksonville is the flip side of Florida, and we have the solution. From under-the-radar sporting events to the perfect family outing or date night, Visit Jacksonville is your all-access pass to the city. Plan your 2026 season at visitjacksonville.com/locals. visitjacksonville.com/locals. Or download the Visit Jax app for the full lineup. See what you've been missing.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Still, present, ready. Farah doesn't flinch.
Who in the hell is Mel Kiper, in a way? I mean, here's a guy that criticizes everybody, whoever they take. He's got the answers to who you should take and who you shouldn't take. In my knowledge of him, he's never ever put on a jockstrap. He's never been a coach. He's never been a scout. He's never been an administrator. And all of a sudden, he's an expert. He's in our papers 2 days ago telling us who we have to take. We don't have to take anybody that Mel Kiper says we have to take. Mel Kiper has no more credentials to do what he's doing than my neighbor, and my neighbor's a postman, and he doesn't even have season tickets to the NFL.
XL Primetime Wednesday, teed up by the Golf Club of Southampton, home of the Coastal Equipment Guggen Open Golf Tournament.
Now, it was just changes. We're going back, what was the year again? 1994. And Trev Alberts was a linebacker that everyone was hyping, and then obviously Mel went with the glamour position. He wanted to see Trent Dilfer go, and not quite sure that the argument holds up that much.
Super Bowl champion, Trent Dilfer.
Yeah, he was a future Super Bowl champion. But anyway, the beautiful thing about it is that you get Mel attacked on the same network that he shines on, which is just great. It was, and I know
in the middle of his Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Like he's sitting on the dais there, and they got the camera on him while Tobin's crushing him.
Yeah. Just the best.
He didn't mind it. Mel didn't mind it. He
that made him who he was.
Exactly.
Literally, his career took off like a rocket after that.
All right, think about this.
By the way, real quick, to just show what a good guy Mel is, when Tobin died in 2024, Kuiper offered condolences on social media.
Oh, wow.
So I respect that.
What a good guy.
Because he knows this
He
guy
rocket
made
launched
me.
his career.
Yeah.
I didn't even know Tobin died. Wow.
The biggest season that is not a season, that has not just lasted over time, but has gotten bigger and bigger and bigger over time, is Mel Kiper and draft season. You can't say that about any recruiting expert that talks recruiting all the time, or we can go to Major League Baseball, the hot stove. You can just look at a number of different off seasons, and obviously the NFL's the behemoth. But he has made this bad boy way back when.
Yeah, bro. Think about it. The draft just used to be in New York. Now it's on tour.
Yes.
It's on tour. The draft is on. That's how big
He goes
it is.
on tour.
Yes, absolutely. I mean, it goes from city to city now, which I think is outstanding. I think it's outstanding.
I love it too.
And the people show up. I think last year 300,000 people showed up for the draft.
Insane.
To watch it, which is crazy. They expect the same thing in Pittsburgh.
My favorite thing about Kuiper is he outlasted his competition. McShay came in, and they were grooming him to be like that. Him.
Yeah.
At ESPN.
That's
People were like,
what they
McShay's
wanted.
the number one guy at ESPN. McShay's gone.
Yeah. Now he's
Mel totally kneecapped.
Yeah, he did. I don't know what happened there, but
Look, I'll tell you what happened. You come with the king, you better bring
Exactly.
it, man. You better bring
we all
it.
know that.
And then they went and got
I am the crowd.
Yes, we all know that.
and they went and got little 14-year-old Field Yates to come in and start taking over. So he's the next guy that's on with Mel now.
Here's the thing that was kind of cool when I was at the University of Miami is that Drew Rosenhaus, we used to be in the student union, and Drew used to bring in Mel Kiper's little, whatever, of like the top athletes or whatever, and he would always show us where we were.
Like
the draft guide.
Draft guide or whatever. So he would come in the student union. We would be all there sitting there. He would come in there and tell the guy, "Hey, listen, this is where Mel's got you. And you either get happy or sad.
Yeah.
All right. You either
or ticked off.
Or got ticked off or whatever. But then Drew always had he always had well, you need to do this, do that, whatever. Never played it down to football, but he was trying to give you ideas on how you can get your draft status up.
Yeah.
It was kind of cool. But I can remember my sophomore year when I first started at Miami, when he brought the book, and I was nowhere to be found on it.
Yeah. But later, a short time later, you were.
2 years later.
He's created the biggest non-sporting event in sport. And you can give him credit for it. Now the NFL Network's there, and they'll do wall-to-wall coverage just like ESPN, and now you flip back and forth between the Rich Eisen-led draft coverage and the Mike Greenberg led draft coverage and all this kind of stuff. And Berman also deserves a lot of credit for what happened with the draft because he made it pretty dang big as well. Those two central figures when it comes to that, something else. So Jeremiah Love, he has him as the number 4 pick going to the Tennessee Titans. We have seen the Renaissance man in a Saquon Barkley or a Derrick Henry or any of these other guys that have brought the running back position back into prominence. Is that too high? And how do you think he'll do if Jeremiah Love is wearing a Titans uniform?
Well, here's the thing. Cam Ward was the number 1 pick overall with a suspect offensive line. I think he needs a running game to help him. A running game would absolutely help Cam Ward. And Jeremiah Love is a phenomenal running back who had over 1,300 yards rushing last year, 18 touchdowns. And what did he average, like 6.9 yards per carry, something crazy like that?
Yeah, he was pretty. Yeah.
Only had 33 against Miami. But I'm saying for the rest of the year, he played well. Outstanding.
I just it's the running back. Right? I mean, are you gonna excuse me? You're gonna spend the third or fourth overall pick on a running back?
That's the question. That's really the ultimate question. And first off, my first thought as far as the Titans are concerned is what you said to start your sentence.
Yeah, but if the Titans think they're Saquon, then you got to make a move on it. I mean, because
they got a lot of issues on that team.
You got to think about the more pressing issue is what you're going to do to help Cam Ward.
Yes.
Yeah. But the first thing you said is important.
Yeah.
Do you have anybody up front blocking, knocking people down?
Yeah, the left tackle's Dan Moore Jr.
Yeah.
That should tell you right there.
And they've gone really through a handful of years with it being a little more suspect than solid.
Yeah.
And so that's what they got to figure out.
So would you take Spencer for no? Do you take him that high?
Is it Fanu?
Fanu?
The Utah guy?
Fano. I'd take him. Yeah.
You take him at 3?
Absolutely.
At 4, I mean?
Yeah.
Okay.
If that's a guy you can stick in there, like you say, and turn your back, he's there for 10 years, I would take him at 3 or 4.
Okay, so just to remind everybody, this is what we were talking about with the run game, whether Jeremiah Love's worth it or not. Saquon Barkley, 2nd overall pick in 2018. That worked out. The Giants may have said goodbye to him, but he was a dang good player for them for a long time, came through the injury, and then ultimately went inside the division and won a Super Bowl.
They had a good O-line, too, with the Giants. And then a really good O-line with the Eagles.
Did they have a good line with the Giants?
Not with the Giants.
Not with the Giants.
Yeah, but it was like top half the league, top 16.
Okay. I can't really remember, but over time, probably.
I'm trying to remember the tackles.
So
now, they had a phenomenal left tackle.
You
from
got
Georgia.
And who?
Andrew.
Oh, yeah. Thomas.
Yeah.
From Georgia.
Yeah.
So Saquon came in 2018, 2nd overall. Leonard, 2017, 4th overall. Zeke, 2016, the year before that, 4th overall. We mentioned Trent Richardson, 2012, 3rd overall pick. Darren McFadden, all the way back in 2008, was the 4th pick overall. So there haven't been that many of them that have gone top 5 in, the last decade and a half, approaching 2 decades. And really the only one that is – now, Leonard did get him a Super Bowl. He just didn't get it here. He got it with Tommy, and a lot of people have been able to shine off of Tom Brady's goatness, but he did play a big part in Tampa winning.
He ran well in the playoffs.
Yes, he did.
He ran well in the playoffs.
Yes, he did. And so, but anyway, is it worth it? A top 5 pick for that running back position?
Yeah, but you got to be a phenom. I mean, it just depends on your interpretation of the running back that you're drafting. If you're saying to yourself, we're drafting the next Saquon that's going to help Cam Ward develop, then you got to pull the plug on it. But you got so much more help. You need help on the O-line, and I don't know. That's high.
Yeah.
I mean, Jeremiah Love, you tell me, Matt. Has he shown you enough throughout his career to think he's in the league?
I think he's a good player. I think he's a really good player. I just don't know. I am not a guy that's going to pick a running back in the top 3 or 4 of the draft. But that's just my preference.
Right.
I think a first round running back's fine. Top 3 or 4 picks, especially when you're that franchise that has so many other issues along the lines of scrimmage where the game is won.
Yeah. They have a pretty good defensive front. So the line of scrimmage on that side.
Well, they've got the interior.
As long as you got Jeffrey, yeah. But they don't, you're right. They say goodbye to Harold Landry and a few other guys.
And to, he who built the Buckman Bridge, too.
The Arden Keys of the world. And he stepped in, and he wasn't an immediate starter there either. But the bottom line for Tennessee, and I hope they do maybe go skill position over a smart move and try and fortify that line and just try and see if they can't go get another sparkly, shiny toy and still not be able to get it going offensively. What do you guys think? 641-1010. Hit the text line, designed by Lifetime Enclosures, as far as Jeremiah Love in the top 5.
XL Prime Time, driven by Duval Ford, the flagship station of the 1010 XL.
Like many football fans in Jacksonville, I love defense. Hi, I'm attorney Lee Lockett, and I'm here to tell you that defense in the courtroom is important as well. That's because penalties for DUI are much more serious than penalties on the gridiron. If you or someone you know is facing a DUI, call us for a free case analysis now. Know before you blow. 858-9818. Put my more than 20 years of experience to work for you. Office is Jacksonville, serving all surrounding counties. Call 858-9818 or go to knowbeforeyouBlow.com.
Hey, Hicken here. I couldn't be any happier than to join the George Moore Chevrolet family. When I say family, I mean it. Visit their beautiful showroom today off Atlantic Boulevard. Find out exactly what I'm talking about. No pressure, just friendly help. And whether you want a car, a truck, SUV, electric, pre-owned, you name it, George Moore Chevrolet has it. And if you can't make it over to Atlantic Boulevard, no problem. MooreChevy.com is easy to navigate as any site you will try. It's never been more easy to use. George Moore Chevrolet. Together, let's drive.
Train your putt with pitch-perfect pointers from the pros and Dan Hicken and Jeff Prosser on Brunch with the Tour. Tuesday morning at 8:30, teed up by Clearwater Irrigation and North Florida Medical Centers.
What if the next roof you put on your home was the last one? Not another replacement in 15 or 20 years, the last roof. Metlock Roofing is Florida's only manufacturer and installer of this exclusive roofing system. Engineered for strength, built for Florida weather, backed by a lifetime warranty. Imagine never needing another roof. Call 938-9933 or visit metlokroofing.com. Get your last roof today with Metlock. License number CCC 1335581. on.
The flagship station of the Jacksonville Jaguars. WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
It's time to take your season to the next level when the Jaguars return to the bank in 2026. Become a season ticket member and unlock exclusive access to ticketed events, members-only experiences, NFL membership club perks, and more. Availability is limited due to in-bowl renovations, so don't wait. Call 904-633-2000 or visit jaguars.com/season tickets to secure your spot at the center of the action. We'll see you at the bank this fall.
Jacksonville, are you ready to get back to the activities you love this spring? McHugh Health has helped patients for over 10 years relieve joint pain and rebuild tissue without surgery. Their regenerative medicine therapies reduce inflammation and restore mobility so you can hit the golf course, pickleball court, or softball field with ease. Don't live with pain. Schedule your free consultation today at mchughhealth.com. That's MCHUGH health.com.
You may not be able to control the air you breathe on the outside, but you certainly can on the inside of your home. Just call Florida Home AC and ask about the Remy Halo. It's the next generation of air quality technology. Call 777-4300 for Florida Home AC.
Mortgage rates have dropped. They're expected to move lower. Home sales momentum is building. So now's the time to get your home ready to maximize your sales price. It's time to call Chad and Sandy, the proven experts to sell your home. Maybe you have concerns about putting your home on the market and getting it sold. Well, let me alleviate those for you. There's a real quick solution. Chad and Sandy guarantee your home sold or they will buy it. Call 414-6200 or go to chadandsandy.com. You'll find out for yourself. Chad and Sandy, the local real estate experts I trust and recommend with the sale of your home or mine. Using their proprietary Market Max system, Chad and Sandy guarantee your home sold at an agreed-upon price and deadline, or they will buy it. Anthony and Mary in Palmco said, we needed to sell our home to move closer to family, but low cash offers weren't cutting it. Since we'd only bought a year earlier, options felt limited, but not for Chad and Sandy. Call Chad and Sandy today, or log on to chadandsandy.com.
This is your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update. I'm RJ Saunders for 1010XL. This update brought to you by Southern Oak Insurance. The Jacksonville Jaguars 2026 season tickets are officially on sale for the general public. The team has now announced tickets include seats for 2 preseason and 6 regular season home games, as well as exclusive benefits from lowest pricing, best seat location, member-only experiences, and more. The team will play at Everbank Stadium in Jacksonville for its upcoming season before heading down to Central Florida in 2027. 81 degrees at 102. Time and temp brought to you by Bueller Air and Plumbing. Stay cooler with Bueller.
1010XL, presented by Farrah & Farrah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. When it's team time, Farrah doesn't flinch.
Jerry, all these big companies, they write off everything. You don't even know what a write-off is.
Do you?
No, I don't.
But they do. And they're the ones writing it off. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2.
Let me tell you how it will be.
XL Primetime Wednesday, teed up by the Golf Club of Southampton, home of the Coastal Equipment Guggen Open Golf Tournament.
Looking forward to that coming up in a couple of Mondays, and most are not looking forward to April 15th, tax day, and that is what it is for many out there, and that's whether or not you know what a write-off is. Since
George Harrison's first big, I'm singing moment for the Beatles,
Yeah.
My favorite Beatle.
Yeah. George.
Yeah.
And George went on to...
He was like the cool one.
Chill.
Yeah, got into some weird stuff.
Let's just play music and look at the stars.
Exactly. Psychedelics, and then he became like a Hare Krishna guy. Very weird, but great music. I always loved George. Ringo was just like there for a good time.
Mm-hmm. He
Nothing
definitely
wrong with
was
that.
there.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
Ringo kind of held on for the ride, is basically what he did.
All right, so we have been talking draft as we look at the projection that Mel Kiper's put out there.
Hold on. Leon has a tax story he wanted to share.
Oh, yeah.
You were out of the room when he told us that.
The tax, did you have an accountant or did you have to fill out your own taxes? Tax nightmare?
Well, I did have an accountant for my tax. But I remember The day I signed with the Jaguars was a glorious day. All right, Okay, glorious day. Absolutely enjoyed myself. Got the nice check from Wayne Weaver. It was like everybody knows the $5 million signing bonus, and a couple of
They
weeks.
bring it to you like a big check.
Yeah,
like one of those.
no, not like the lottery or anything like that. It just, I got the check or whatever, so I deposited it like nothing, and then my accountant called me up like 2 weeks later and said, "Leon, congratulations on your signing and stuff like that." And he said, "You need to write me a check." I said,
For a
what?
couple mil.
For what? So, well, the Jaguars didn't take any taxes out of your signing bonus. I said, what? He said, yeah, it comes with taxes. I said, what kind of check I got to write you? Not me. I should have known the math. But see, I got familiar with 39.6%. Okay, 39.6%. I always remember. So that was the part. He told me I had to write nearly a $2 million check to him.
Yeah,
Oof,
that hurts. So 39.6.
What was that like writing a $2 million check to the IRS?
It didn't feel good.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm sure they did good
Like, my
things
hand
with
would have
it.
been shaking.
I'm sure our government
writing
did
that.
great things with the money.
I'm sure they did,
Let
yes.
you know exactly what they did.
Right.
with it, right.
So give me the actual number, man. I mean,
Sesame Street
Joe,
and
what's
Iraq.
39.6% of $5 million? What is that?
It's right
So
around
it
2 mil.
is-
Yeah, it's about
Yeah.
two. Huh?
198.
Yeah, because I think 40% is 2 mil, right?
Yeah. So
1.98
1.98
Yeah.
mil.
That was it.
Oh God.
That's a lot.
But
bro.
look, my hand literally would have been shaking doing that.
Yeah.
2
It traumatized
mil.
me.
But you just have to keep telling yourself the 3 is yours, the 2 is theirs.
Yeah,
But
exactly.
Actually, it was all yours.
Yeah.
But they took 2.
They took two.
Never let them think.
oh no,
Exactly.
that it
it's
is
true.
theirs.
It is true.
Mhm.
And then you'll get taxed on top of that. But that's a whole different deal. Every
it's
time you
also-
go out and buy anything.
What JJ says.
Yeah.
I'm sure they spend it wisely.
Oh,
Yeah,
Well,
they always do.
I wrote a
We
check.
never
I
find out
literally-
that they lose like trillions. They just like lost trillions of dollars. Like, what do you mean you lost?
Dude, I
it?
wrote a check a month ago, and I'm still, I'm like highly pissed about it. Still.
Well, listen, there's
I
another.
don't blame you.
I got another one.
Yeah.
I was with the Ravens, all right, and I just bought a house. Marvin Lewis took me around house shopping. Well, I bought a house, and I got hurt my tricep, and I'm at home, and my doorbell rings, and there's a guy who has a badge on coming to say,
Oh no.
oh yes, yes.
He did not say he was from the IRS.
Yes, he did. He knocked on my door. He said, Mr. So says from the IRS. He said, we have a big problem. I said, what's the problem? He says, you're in an $800,000 home and you also $100,000. When do you anticipate us getting that check? Bro, listen. There was a part of me that wanted to kick him off the hilltop of my house. There was. I knew I couldn't do anything, so I had to apply. I had to.
What'd you say?
I said,
Yes, sir.
I'll write it to you right now. What do you mean? What did I say? There you go. Here it is. Get the hell off my yard.
It really does. It stinks. But that, and the financial lessons, which is in the fourth down and Damn Lines.
Of course
line
it
of
is.
Story.
It's Amazon.com.
Yeah, it is definitely there. But when you think about it, like just trying to get into that mindset that you got to set aside the finances, you got to pay attention to the football, all that type of stuff, which is basically what you did. But it also can get you in a little bit of trouble too because you're trusting other people.
That part.
Yeah. And we have seen what has happened to a Freddie T and Tank Black story, which has obviously popped up before. Let's hit that, speaking of old school.
That just happened. Brought to you by Florida Home AC.
So, Washington Commanders, who knows if they'll keep that name? They're probably going to change it before it's all said and done. They have put out a video that lets you know that they are coming back to the old guard look that they had once before. And so they've changed the new uniforms, and they're coming in with a lot of different old school pieces to it. But you know what they've done? They still have the W on the helmet, but they have a spear going through it.
In their quote unquote Hellraiser alternate uniform.
Is that what it's called?
Yeah. It's an all black uniform. It's got the golden maroon stripes on it. It's got the maroon W outlined in gold on the helmet, and it's got a spear through it, like the Florida State spear.
I was about to say, it looked kind of Florida State-ish.
It does.
It's actually the old school Redskins helmet.
Okay.
It's
now
what,
I have a
it's
least
what
favorite team in the NFL.
It's what the Redskins used to be before they went to the face. They used to have like the spear.
Okay, but
Remember,
you're right.
Remember when we were told not to say Redskins on the radio, by the way?
You're
Yes.
right. But the only reason when you said that, I'm like,
And I'm dumping that right now. Can't believe you just did that.
but I can remember, obviously I can remember the spear, but you also had the other emblem on there.
No, it was
back and forth. So that was the first one, is what you're saying.
So the spear, the original spear one, which was in like the 60s, I think, was the R, which they still use every once in a while, with the spear through it.
Mm-hmm. Gosh, I don't even remember that.
Yeah, and they also used one where it was just the spear. The helmet was just the spear.
Yeah.
So what they're trying to do is they're trying to avoid the controversy of the Redskins.
They want to come back with that name.
Yes. Yeah. So they're doing it slowly by coming back first with the spear.
Smart.
And what the owner said is I got to get this because I got to find this again because it's classic the way he worded it. It's just classic word salad of it's
the spear is
it's
just
the commander's the strength. The spear is the strength of the commander or something. You got it there?
Well, it says the spear is just such a great device that was part of the heritage of the team and also can live in the ecosystem that we've been building around defining a commander.
Oh my God. Just go back to the old uniform.
Commander. Like a commander has nothing to do with the spear, guys.
Yeah. And for what it's worth.
And also, if you would have just put the old Redskins logo on the helmet, there's nothing offensive about just a picture of a Native American. You know, like the face of a Native American. How would that have been offensive? I don't get it.
I don't know. The name was, yes, but
he's a mascot, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I just whatever. Like I'm glad that we're getting past that era of I guess some of us of everything being so offensive.
Yeah.
I mean, I thought for a second the Braves were going to have to switch their name. They did get rid of the tomahawk chop over the loudspeaker.
Mm-hmm.
Now they just like they just do the tomahawk chop. The fans do, and they'll play like a beat, dumb, 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 but they don't play the FSU beat anymore. Like
Kansas City still
the
does.
marching
I love
band.
that.
Yeah.
Don't care.
Yeah.
Utah.
Yeah, the Braves
University
really
Utah
didn't
doesn't
care either, but
they don't.
They're doing it. They don't care.
What does Utah do? Because they still are
They do the same thing. They do the
so they
Utes.
stole Florida State's
They
thing
stole Florida
and
State's
Miami's
thing.
thing.
Yeah.
All of it.
That's
They don't care.
dude.
How about that? They don't care.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Look, you should be able to if whatever that name is indigenous to the area or whatever, has history and tradition. Yes. I think
they celebrate it actually.
Right. I think it's actually a good thing to celebrate that, the heritage, the past.
Plus, their fans are the best. I mean, I told you guys a story about the Holy War when I went there that one time, and they just crushed BYU. It was like 52-24. But I went to go do a story on Herb when Herb was still there.
Mm-hmm.
The sign in the stands, Utah fans were holding a sign in the stands that said, "Where's your God now?"
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's something. That's ruthless. That really is. All right, so the draft, let's get back to some of the chatter. The Mel Kiper mock. Let's do a few more of the bigger names and where they might have fallen in the first round, but then also where Mel has the Jags going with pick 56. We will do that coming up on the Golf Club of Southampton Wednesday.
XL Primetime, driven by Duval Ford Mobile Service. Game-ready service right to your driveway. 1010XL.
The quality and standard of your life will not be determined by how well you play football, but by how well you confront adversity. Attitude.
Where attitude is altitude.
Welcome to Key Buick GMC, proudly family-owned and operated since 1943. Come see why they're North Florida's new and pre-owned truck center, conveniently located on Southside and JTB, just minutes from the St. John's Town Center. At Key Buick GMC, every new vehicle comes with our lifetime powertrain warranty. Key Buick GMC, we are professional grade. Online at keybuickgmc.com. Lifetime powertrain warranty covers engine, transmission, drivetrain only. Exclusions apply. See dealer for details.
Longer days, warmer nights, and a backyard that brings everyone together. Spring and summer in Florida means pool days, backyard barbecues, and night swims under the stars. Pickett here. For nearly 50 years, Surfside Pools have been creating the backdrops for life's best memories. From weekly service and repairs to remodels, commercial maintenance, and new pool construction, Surfside does it all. Ready to float happy? SurfsidePools.net or call 904-246-2666. Surfside Pools. Summer starts here. License number CPC 044080.
Go where the air is fresh and nature is your landscape.
Amazing, isn't it?
We go to the great outdoors with Jeff Lageman, Captain Kevin Favor, and Captain Kirk Walls on the Nimnit Outdoors Show every Saturday morning from 7 to 10 on 1010XL.
When it comes to glass, you don't want average. You want flawless. Duval Glass and Mirror has transformed homes and businesses across Jacksonville for over 35 years. Frameless showers that wow. Mirrors cut exactly to your style. Fogged or broken glass replaced. Decorative tabletops. Windows replaced or repaired to stand up to Florida storms. All backed by a 100% guarantee. Visit DuvalGlass.com for your free quote. There's only one name for glass and mirror around these parts. It's Duval.
For the greenest, luscious lawn on the block, choose the local legends, Roundtree Sod. Don't just settle for ordinary. Let Roundtree Sod deliver you a picture-perfect lawn. To get a free estimate, call 7414-SOD. 7414-SOD.
Looking for an exciting, fun-filled evening the whole group can enjoy? Welcome to indoor football. Welcome to the Jacksonville Sharks. Discover the thrill of the indoor league. Fast-paced, action-packed, and it's family fun. Be there when your Sharks take on the Orlando Pirates Friday, April 17th at the VyStar Veterans Memorial Arena. Kickoff, 7 o'clock. Halftime performance by the world-famous Disconnected Canines. Ask about our family four-packs. 4 tickets and $50 in food vouchers, all for only $100. There's no better value. Get your tickets now at jacksharks.com or call 904-621-0700. It's Country Night presented by Roland Reese Plumbing. Dust off your boots, throw on your camo, get ready for a night full of football fun and great music. Join us on the field after the game for our free autograph session, sponsored by Flight Adventure Park. Tickets start at $15. Call 904-621-0700. That's 621-0700. Sharks football, where memories are made.
Go Sharks!
Fins up.
If you suffer from constant burning, tingling, or numbness in your hands or feet, it could be a serious condition called neuropathy. I'm Dr. Nathan Riddle, DC with Riddle Wellness in Ponte Vedra. Neuropathy is treatable, and we have seen great results by using state-of-the-art, non-invasive therapies to target damaged nerves, reduce symptoms, and improve nerve function. Call 904-395-5598 to schedule your free consultation today and learn how you can live pain-free. Call 904-395-5598.
Mark Watson with Hardball Creative. If you have a school, team, or group that would benefit from a team store, you're in luck because we now offer team stores. Check us out at hardballcreative.com.
Hardball Creative. Hardball does it all.
An accident with a big truck can change everything in a matter of seconds. Medical bills start piling up, you're missing work, and the trucking company's lawyers, they get to work immediately. That's why you need a law firm that moves just as fast. I'm Chris Campione, and at Campione Law, we fight for truck accident victims, digging into the details and holding negligent drivers and their trucking companies accountable. We don't get paid unless you do. Big trucks have big lawyers. You need a stronger fighter. Campione Law. Visit CampioneLaw.com. Offices, Jacksonville and St. Augustine.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Focused, fueled, fearless, Farah. XL Primetime Wednesday, teed up by the Golf Club of Southampton, home of the Coastal Equipment Guggen Open Golf Tournament.
Beautiful Golf Club of Southampton, always ready to take care of you, and they are taking care of you with a reno coming up, the renovation of the greens and many other areas. They definitely are looking forward to it. And you can find out about membership opportunities before the renovation takes place. And you can save, and that way it'll all be there for you. You can still practice and go and enjoy dining and all that kind of stuff throughout the months of the renovation. But looking forward to all of that that's coming. Call 287-PLAY and get on out there before they start it on the greens. All right, we did our XLP Big Three earlier with the left tackles, the best ones the Jaguars have ever drafted or signed as undrafted free agents. It was a short list. It was Tony Vaselli, and then you can figure out the rest, the Cam Robinsons of the world. You can pick out a few others that have been in spot duty at times, look pretty good. Walker Little in spot duty late 2022 looked pretty good. We thought he was the future, but right now he is the odd man out, and we'll find out if Cole Van Lannon is the next dude to basically hold down that left tackle spot if healthy. Now, we also got into the Mel Kiper draft, so let's get into pick number 56, and I'm telling you what, there are so many things on my laptop that want to be renewed, updated, the subscription paid for. It never ends. As soon as I updated the Microsoft Office 365, now it's to the antivirus protection. And
Norton.
Oh yeah,
that's another
or
thing
McAfee.
too. There's no such thing as
everything's free for you.
There's no such thing as a
as long as you
virus on
spend
a Mac.
$5,000, everything's free for you.
He's not even listening.
Yeah, I'm not.
You don't get viruses on Macs. They don't. Just period. End of discussion. Doesn't happen.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, you got pop-up boxes and ads, and
you got a lot.
See, that's why you pay an extra $300. It's worth it.
Extra $5,000. All right, so let's get to what Mel Kiper had to say about the Jags taking an edge rusher out of Michigan at pick 56. Jayshon Barham, and he says the Jaguars don't have a first-round pick, but they do have 11 total selections, so they have the chance to basically attack some needs. One of them is edge rusher, 27th in sacks last season with a total of 32. Barham, an intriguing player to watch on day 2, could be a good fit in Jacksonville. He had 4 sacks and 23 pressures last season. Big Sirs, when you read that, what say you about that selection?
Yeah, I'm looking at some of his notes from the NFL. Let me see. Says he's more functional in an odd front.
Mm-hmm.
So,
and I think people are missing that as far as this.
He's raw as a rusher, relying heavily on his athleticism, but missing elements are his teachability. Whether outside or inside, he's a professional block beater with the tools to stack and slips blocks. Yeah.
I love that.
He's
I love the language.
He's an odd front edge rusher. I don't know why they would.
Yeah, that's what they're saying.
That's the first thing that says no.
240 pounds.
Yeah. That's the first thing that says no to me. He does not fit in this front.
Yeah, I don't know.
Right. As simple as that. Now, can you see him hybriding into a position? He's a blocker beater. You just read it from Mel.
I could see Derek Moore, who weighs like 265.
Off the edge.
And who had 10 sacks from Michigan last year. I could see him, yeah.
Yeah, an entirely different dude that may or may not be available at that point.
May or may not, right?
Yeah.
But they do say, it says his intensity and motor are top tier, but he needs to play with better discipline to avoid negative snaps.
Okay. All right. And so when you hear that, if you're an offensive lineman, what are you thinking? He just falls into certain, like, just bad habits, or like how you could neutralize him?
Yeah, I mean, what I like the fact that he has a motor. And he's a try-hard guy, but sometimes they're saying that maybe he misses assignments, that he's over-aggressive.
Okay.
You want a guy who's going to be controlled aggressive. You know what I'm saying? So they're actually saying that he's over-aggressive at times to end up having negative plays. So that concerns me a little bit, especially when it comes to when you have to when you got reads and all that kind of stuff as an outside backer.
So my thought on this is you need edge help.
Yes.
Okay, there's no doubt about that.
Yeah, I maintain you need the middle before you need the edge.
You
need
affecting the quarterback help. How about that?
Yeah.
If that means middle's fine too. So I don't think, and you're at 56, I don't think you can take a chance on a guy that's 240 pounds. I think if you need help, you got to go get help. Not, well, maybe he'll grow into it. Not, or maybe he'll be a guy that we throw in on 3rd and 11, and we stick him all the way outside in the 9 technique.
Yeah.
Right.
They say he's a project as an impactful future starter once his technique catches up.
At 56, you can't do that. And I know that this is a deep draft in terms of edge, but there may be a run on them, and you may not have your pick of the top flight guys that you'd like to have, like Derek Moore that Matt just mentioned, but you need to make sure that whoever you're getting has the ceiling you're looking for, that he can grow into that spot and be that dude. And he's not going to necessarily step right in and steal plays from Josh Hines-Allen or Trayvon Walker, but man, he better be an impactful
need him. They
rotational dude.
Yes, they need 25 plays from him.
Yeah.
Whoever they
is.
pick, yes.
And so what are the measurables again?
But we saw this staff do a masterful job with undrafted guys. I mean, when we're taking it from their hands with draftable guys? I mean, we're talking about the 2nd round pick here. We can't co-sign on them developing him into a phenom or not.
I don't know.
I mean, you say they did a masterful job with the undrafted. They didn't, right?
I mean, you got plays out of them.
But they're also still looking for a guy.
Yeah, of
so
course.
they didn't do that good of a job, right?
No, but I'm saying, if you got a 2nd round pick at 56 who may be raw, you would think that this organization would get that guy to play above his ceiling.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
I look at it like, I don't think you got time to do that. I think you got to have a guy that right now, inside or outside,
ready, set, go.
right now,
Ready, set, go. What you talking about?
Yeah, ready, set, go, man.
Yeah,
Yes.
and let's just use both the in position and the interior. We don't know what's happening with Eric Armstead. Let's do a take in an instant right now.
Now, Josie's 10-10 take. Serviced by Valvoline Instant Oil Changes. Oil changes in 15 minutes or less. Guaranteed.
They'll take care of you quickly. Let's do this quickly with the 10-10 take. The Eric Armstead decision, I believe, still has to be made. They haven't restructured his contract. They haven't asked him to take a big pay cut. They're not looking at him as a post-June 1 designation that they'll cut. Not saying that that couldn't possibly happen a little bit later on, but right now the mindset is that it's not happening. He is a good player when healthy. He certainly can be more than good. He can be dynamic and very important along that defensive front if he can make the plays that he made the first half of last season. He a little longer in tooth. You still would like to see this guy impose his will with his size, slashing and knifing from that interior pass rush position and wreak havoc. If they keep him, they got to find that rotational guy. Mason Smith is not that rotational guy. That means they got to find that guy in this draft to basically spell him and make sure.
Yeah, you got to make a decision quick, because the last person I wanted giving a tutorial on pass rushing is Mason Smith. Okay, so make up your mind on what you're going to do. All right, you either going to re-sign and restructure or let him go.
Yeah,
but that's the last person I want my draft pick coming in.
You don't trust Mason?
No, bro, I don't. I'm sorry. Until I see better, show me better, then I'll be better.
Well, they've worked the numbers obviously now, getting under the cap before the league year started, where they have Eric Armstead's numbers plugged in. They're dealing with it. It's expected, so on and so forth. But right now, his base salary is $14 million. And if you were to cut him loose, it would be expensive in terms of a cap hit. Let's see here if I can find the dead cap. The dead money would be 17. You'd save 2 and some change when you did off that contract. But I'm not even suggesting that that's what they're going to do right now. I'm just saying it's a possibility.
I think you have a better chance of hoping he gives you a little more.
Yes, I agree. Because
who gives you a little more?
Eric
Armstead.
Oh. Yeah.
I thought you thought somebody else.
Yeah, you thought Mason.
I'm not talking about 2 A's.
Yeah.
No sacks.
Don't never trust 2 A's.
Yeah, 2 A's and a small S is what it is right now.
That is true.
Actually, it is a bigger S than you'd like it to be, but he's not making plays with it. You all get our point.
It's actually 2 A's and an S, which is ass, and it's too big.
It's just not working. It's not working. And I thought that it would, but it didn't. And so they
big asses and big thighs. Maybe he comes back and it's just like
it'd be great. It'd be great that we have seen.
He probably heard you guys trashing him all off season, so
you
guys fire on him.
Yeah, I hope so. I don't need you to like me. I need you to perform.
Boom.
Right. And we have seen guys respond to the call. And if that is the case, then that would be obviously great for this football team, great for the future. You don't have to keep going back to the well, but I maintain they've been going to the well and they have not found a guy to collapse a pocket with any regularity and get a quarterback off a spot, get a quarterback uncomfortable. And so that has to happen, and we'll see if they do indeed go with a 3 technique inside and let him be the next dude that's.
So if it's Caleb Banks, would you be okay with it?
It's the injury. We'll ask Gio when he pops in. That injury is still a concern,
bro. When he's good,
when he's on.
I don't disagree with that, but he's
still be worried.
He's had a lot of injury problems.
Yeah. It's a big body.
I agree.
Pass rush, long, athletic. Yeah, bro.
Mm-hmm. I feel like there are a lot of guys that show you what they're capable of, but then at the same time, if you do have injury history, you can't ignore it. You have to acknowledge it. You have to factor it in. Just because they're hurt doesn't mean they're always going to be hurt, but it still needs to be a part of the conversation.
Mm-hmm.
And Caleb Banks, if you go back, just take a look at the number of games he was able to play this last year, which was not enough. And when he is in and when he's on, oh man,
bro, some Jaguars got him going in the first round.
Yeah, late first.
Yeah. So I mean, they can't be that concerned about with the injuries.
No.
The body. I mean, I'm not gonna say the body of work, but I mean, he's a freak of an athlete as far as how long and physical he is.
Mm-hmm.
If he could only stay healthy.
Right. And we've seen a lot of guys like that.
Yeah.
That have not been able to.
Good dude, sharp guy. Really sharp guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, if he can stay healthy, absolutely.
Well, And we'll ask Gio, like we said, whether or not something like that with a foot injury, a stress fracture, the Jones, I want to say it was the Jones fracture that he had to begin with, and then another one that happened during the combine, if it is one that you should be a little more worried about. We'll see. A couple of other guys that have injury concerns, we'll get into those coming up. It is XL Primetime Golf Club of Southampton Wednesday.
XL Primetime, driven by Duval Ford. High school, college, and pro.
As good as it gets.
Your home for the most play-by-play is 1010XL.
Hello, First Coast. I'm sure by now you have seen our bright green GFL trucks and containers throughout the greater Jacksonville area. We're an industry leader in solid waste and would love the opportunity to earn your business. We're committed to customer service, reliability, and have an unwavering focus on safety. Whether commercial or construction, let us haul your waste away. Call 904-760-5880 to get a quote today from GFL, Green for Life.
Jimerson Burr is a full-service, Florida-based commercial law firm dedicated to helping businesses manage risk, maximize opportunities, and move their company forward. Jimerson Burr attorneys are business-oriented lawyers, equally comfortable as community leaders, private transaction counselors, or courtroom advocates. If you have a legal issue of any kind affecting your business, contact the firm at 389-0050 or jimersonfirm.com.
The doctors at Southeast Orthopedic Specialists have resolved my hip and foot issues, and I'm back to training for the 2028 Olympics in LA. This is Garrett Scantley, and I highly recommend Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
This is David Garrard. Following my knee surgeries and recovery, I'm continuing to feel great and would recommend Southeast Orthopedic to anyone who's experiencing orthopedic pain.
Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
Your tax refund has plans. A vacation? A flat screen TV? Well, your plumbing has other ideas. If you've been putting off a major repair, this is your chance to get the work done and save money. With the tax refund plumbing upgrade from Duck Rooter, get $500 off any major plumbing repair over $5,000. That's real savings. Duck Rooter delivers honest, upfront pricing and experienced pros who do it right. Call to schedule a free estimate. 904-862-6769 or duckduckrooter.com. Financing is available.
Hi, I'm Sean Monahan from Monahan Jewelers in Atlantic Beach. Since 1977, we've been Jacksonville's local family jeweler with a beautiful selection of fine jewelry and certified diamonds. But we're also Jacksonville's leading buyer of gold, silver, and diamonds from the public. Gold has recently hit an all-time high at over $5,000 per ounce, and silver is over $100 per ounce. Pay bills, buy something fun. Now is the time to sell your gold and silver for cash and get top dollar, or trade it in for a new piece and get even more at Monahan Jewelers in Atlantic Beach.
Hi, folks. Frank Frangie for the farm at Okefenokee. My wife and I and a bunch of friends just got back from the farm, and we had an incredible experience. We toured the regenerative farm, as well as the beautiful handcrafted cabins, and were treated to a fantastic farm-to-table dinner created by Congreve and Penn. Man, was it good. Well, you can learn more at okefarm.com. That's okefarm.com. And even hear my interview with farm co-founder Doug Davis to learn even more about this amazing property. That's okefarm.com.
T-Mobile has an exclusive bundle for customers 55 and up.
I'm Sarah Bowl.
Yeah, I'm Frank Bowl.
A reliable network is key for us. And with T-Mobile, it's been wonderful. And going to the 55 plus plan saved us so much money.
A lot.
And that's important. Trying to keep costs down. The home internet's been perfect. It's fast, it's quick. The setup was so easy, it took less than 15 minutes.
It was like, ta-da! If you want simplicity, coverage, reliability, you want the whole package, T-Mobile has it. Right now, T-Mobile customers 55 and up can get 2 phone lines on America's best network, plus America's fastest 5G home internet for just $30 each.
$30 per month each line with autopay plus taxes and fees. Minimum age 55. Pricing for home internet rely on 2 lines of essentials. Choice 55. $35 connection charge per line required. Best mobile network and fastest 5G home internet based on analysis by Ookla of Speed Test Intelligence Data 2H 2025. All rights reserved.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Still, present, ready. Farah doesn't flinch. Now, the Monahan's golden moment. Monahan Jewelers in Atlantic Beach, your local family jewelers.
All right, my golden moment is at 56. You got to get someone that's going to be able to affect the quarterback in some capacity. This team had how many turnovers they had last year? I'd rather
36,
take
I think.
36 turnovers. I'd rather have 50 sacks. Let me tell you why. Okay, I know turnovers, help
Pretty
change.
big.
They flip the script. They are pretty big, but sacks and 3 and outs give you the ball back either way. And I take sacks in that playoff game against Buffalo all day long. We didn't get any.
I wouldn't mind 2 or 3 turnovers in that Buffalo game either, though.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but if we had got Josh Allen off the field just once in the fourth quarter, maybe we're not sitting here right now. Maybe,
True.
Maybe we're.
Have you had a turnover in the fourth quarter? Just watch, you might not either.
Well, we can go Wimbledon and go back to back. We can go.
Hilarious.
We can backhand and forehand the whole day.
I'm going turnovers every time.
You want turnovers
We've
all
had
the
this
time. Over
argument before.
sacks.
I'm going turnovers. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay.
Sudden change, I get, but if you consistently harass the quarterback, you can argue both sides and be right.
Yeah.
But if you consistently, like, you turn the ball over, you hand it to him, and that happens.
But also, let's
1.5 times a game versus, I don't know, maybe 4 sacks.
And you flip the field completely.
But let's also be a little intellectually honest here. If you got 50 sacks, you're creating turnovers.
Yes, you are. But and it does. It's the sudden change that either you give a short field that you can score on when you hand the ball back, but if you consistently harass the quarterbacks, which usually, if you have a nice sack number, that means those pressures that we always make fun of are more real.
Yeah, there's more opportunity.
Yeah.
You have a more opportunity for turnovers if you're getting sacks, right?
I agree with that. Yes, absolutely. So,
that's
all right.
another good way to look
So
at
my
it.
golden moment is even the media blames the media.
Mhm.
And unfortunately, I don't think we're going to get into this. We're going to have time to get into this. But
we got a whole 3 shows of the week left.
Diana Rossini is now blaming the media. She's a victim, Joe. She's a victim.
She submitted her resignation letter.
We have photos of her interlocking hands.
Embrace.
With
Could have
Mike
been
Vrabel.
AI.
With the embrace.
It's true. We're looking at a lady right now on television. We don't know if she's real or not.
Overlooking the mountains in Arizona at a resort, hugging Mike Vrabel. But the media, the mean media did
attacked her.
Attacked her, Joe.
I have a picture of Mike
The actual
Vrabel.
word, Joe. Attack.
Yeah, she did use it. I have a picture of Mike Vrabel picking his nose on the sidelines. I don't know how she could have fallen for that, but who knows whether that is indeed the case. All right. Speaking of a golden moment.
Our next guest is not affiliated with the NFL or Jacksonville Jaguars.
Discussion of injuries is solely based on opinion.
Now, the Bari Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Injury Breakdown.
I'm coming in.
If you watch it on YouTube, Gio's doing his stretches right now. Gio! He's getting ready for the sports injury segment. You doing all right, bro?
Good. How are you guys?
You doing good?
Yeah.
He is an orthopedic surgeon right here in the city of Jacksonville. Grew up here as a diehard Jaguar fan, and you can find out everything about him at BariOrthopedics.com. Fellowship trained under the renowned Dr. James Andrews. If you have a sports injury question, shoot it our way. 641-1010. Hit the text line designed by Lifetime Enclosures. We went into the break talking about Caleb Banks. It's not like there's any new news, Gio, but Caleb Banks is a guy that is being talked about as as high as a mid to late first rounder, and then into the second round. University of Florida 2 seasons ago was a savage at the line of scrimmage, a shop wrecker in other teams' backfields. Then this last year, he just kept dealing with a foot injury, and I believe it was a Jones fracture to start. Then, lo and behold, he goes to the combine and actually has a stress fracture and still works out at the combine. The first part of this question is, how the heck did he do that?
I don't know. I mean, it's a great question. I'm sure it was hurting pretty bad for him to do that. You know, I mean, there's some stuff you can take to maybe help the pain, but I'm sure it wasn't fun.
All right, so Matt, you looked at the number. Is it fourth metatarsal?
It's fourth metatarsal. Just this injury at the combine. He's had multiple injuries on the same foot.
Yeah. So I mean, the fourth metatarsal it's not. I mean, it's a kind of a basic fracture if you have it broken, as long as it's not comminuted or bust up in a million pieces, which sounds like that this wasn't. It was kind of a stress fracture that maybe broke or needed fixation. So you open up, put a plate and screws, and it should heal fine, hopefully. Very different than a Jones fracture or a Lisfranc. So he should be okay. I don't see any reason for a basic fourth metatarsal fracture that you're going to have any residual.
So if a team does draft him, what are going to be some of the precautionary things, that measures they're going to take as far as taping him. And
he's 6'6", 325.
Well, so he's 6'6", 325. You always talk about big guys in their feet.
Yeah.
He's had multiple injuries on one foot.
I don't know if it's his push. I don't know if it's like a certain foot that he pushes off of or what. But for that fracture alone, anytime you have a fracture, you risk always having some sort of pain, right? That can always be an issue with any type of a fracture. So that's potentially a problem. Number two, you want to make sure it heals, right? So they're going to get x-rays, make sure it heals. And then I guess the biggest thing is he going to have residual pain? Is he going to hurt when he pushes off? Is he going to hurt when he, going backwards and forwards? And that's going to be the biggest thing for that. But, I mean, for all the stuff that these guys go through, like ACL and everything else, this is probably on the minor side.
Yeah. I mean, is there anything you could do as far as tape-wise? Because if you draft him, going in knowing he has this issue, and you've got to monitor it, how do you monitor it? Do you just let it heal itself?
Make sure it heals. You got to get serial x-rays to make sure that it heals. And after that, you do therapy and just go for it. And then if it bothers you again, you can get a repeat x-ray. But there's really nothing to monitor. Once it heals, at that point, you just got to try to get the pain to subside.
Gio, explain the LCL injury for everyone, which is Travis Hunter's injury.
Yeah.
And now the idea is hopefully he'll be ready by the start of fall camp.
They
is late
at the
July.
very least are saying encouraging things about thinking he'll be 100% by the time.
When did he do it?
No, November, right?
He missed 10 games, so it was November. It was coming out of the late October game against the Rams in London. It was the and then you know what? Golly, it was practice the following week.
Yeah,
the non-contact the following.
So we hear about the MCL a lot. The LCL is the lateral collateral ligament. If you stuck your leg out and were staring at your knee, you have the fibular head, all right, which is like a little knot on the outside of the knee, and that is where the LCL attaches there from to the femur, and it gives you stability, so your leg doesn't bend out. Okay, so it's the collateral ligament. It prevents.
It's almost the outside ACL, basically.
It's outside MCL. So the MCL is on the inside.
Okay.
The LCL is on the outside. So they do the same function, but LCL is much more rare to injure it unless you've had like a dislocation or a big trauma or a post-traumatic corner injury. So if just having an isolated LCL is very interesting on how he hurt it. We still don't know how he hurt it, right? And there's no video of it,
and still described as a non-contact.
Yeah, it's kind of, I've never seen a non-contact LCL. I've never seen it unless I've seen it in a skateboarder who flew up and did a move and they landed. But I would say that's still almost like a contact. It's a big trauma, right?
Mm-hmm.
Not kind of running and juking somebody. It's not a super common injury. It can happen. Now they do some reconstructions for it. I think for him, I read they repaired it, if I'm not mistaken. But I mean, it's a bigger surgery. There's more risks to it than just an MCL because there's a big nerve in the back there that you worry about. And sometimes people always still have some laxity with it. It doesn't always go back to 100%. But even like PCLs, we fix PCLs, and even with PCLs, you have some laxity, and it's not that big a deal.
Explain that part of it.
Yeah, I mean, when you try to tighten something, there's a chance it's not going to be as tight as what you were born with, and you have a little bit of
looseness in a bike chain
kind of instability. And then
you can. I mean, it's always possible, right? That the ligament stretches out, or the reconstruction ligament you put in stretches out. That's always a risk that can happen.
So it would have been around the third week because the game against the Rams was the 19th of October.
When are the Saints coming back?
1st of August.
Yeah,
I mean that'd be 9-10 months.
Yeah, so that would have been late.
Right?
Yeah, late July, early
long time.
August.
Does it sound right though?
Yeah, I mean, there's no need for him to come back sooner, right? I mean, really, there isn't. So
that's when the public will see him. Basically, is how you're looking at it.
Yeah,
because he will not see OTA or minicamp work, at least where other eyes are on him.
Right,
and that'll be the end of that. Will be mid-June, and then you won't see him until the end of July, early August. So he still could be ready to go before that.
Yeah.
But you'll see. All right, Austin Reeves, Luka Doncic. Could you get these guys back in the game, please? Reeves has a grade 2 oblique. Okay, and JJ Redick, coach of the Lakers, says right now he's not available. And he's basically just moving around, but not a whole heck of a lot.
Yeah.
Luka, meanwhile, is still in Spain. He's got the hamstring.
He's getting shots in that thing.
Yeah,
I think.
injections. Yeah. Explain that.
I mean, you can do PRP injections. Those are great for hamstring injuries. I think in Germany they do a couple other things that we're not allowed to do here.
Mm-hmm.
I've read a couple times. I don't know the exact specifics, but basically the reason he's doing it for his hamstring, I think this might be his second hamstring injury, isn't it?
It's more severe this time, I believe.
So we always talk about hamstrings linger. You get hurt, you come back, it happens again. It's like one of those lingering things that keep happening, and sometimes it's hard to get rid of. And I think that's why he's over there getting these injections to try to see. Now, for like a PRP, you can get a series of them. Get one, a couple weeks later, get another one, a couple weeks later, get another one to see if that kind of can,
the way they do it over there, they can accelerate that a little faster.
Well, there's other things they can do that we can't do here.
Okay.
So maybe that's why he's doing it over there.
Okay, so he's in Spain. We'll see ultimately what happens there. All right, Gio, good stuff. By the way, you were a doctor with the X Games when you saw that LCL injury. You're a doctor with the Sharks now.
Yeah, on Friday. We got game Friday.
Yeah, and are we going to bounce back after an L?
Yeah, so we lost to Vegas, which won the championship last year, and it was actually a close game. But you can watch the games on Amazon Prime now.
Oh, nice!
Wow. I watched it on Prime, the away game on Prime.
So you're telling me Amazon Prime bid on the NFL and the Jacksonville Sharks?
It's Amazon Prime through Yahoo Sports. So if you watch, it's like Yahoo Sports on him. I don't know how that works, but Yahoo Sports on Amazon Prime.
I'd rather go to the game.
Well, going to the game is great atmosphere, but the away games you can at least keep up with and see what's
follow
happening.
your team.
Yeah.
Team doctor of the Jacksonville Sharks. Gio, thank you, my man.
Thanks, guys.
It is XL Primetime.
XL Primetime.
Driven by Duval Ford. Live streaming from the XL Digital Studios. Brightened by Harbor Dental Care. Jacksonville's first choice for dental emergencies.
Insurance companies have teams of lawyers working to protect their bottom line. I'm Chris Campione of Campione Law, and you deserve someone just as focused on protecting your bottom line. We go head-to-head with insurance companies every day, and they know our name. Giving you peace of mind and delivering results is our job. With no fees unless we win, there's no risk to get the help you need. Visit CampioneLaw.com. Offices, Jacksonville and St. Augustine.
Count on Campione, Campione Law.
Attention business owners and sales professionals. Still hearing, I need to think about it? Pat McManaman from Sandler Sales. We can help. There's a 2-day sales boot camp in Jacksonville, May 13th and 14th. We'll show you how to handle objections and close more deals without being pushy. Call us at 904-646-1900 for more details. 646-1900. Let's get your business and top-line revenue growing.
Hey, it's Matt Hayes. I was scrolling through my phone the other day, and there it was, my Awaken 180 app. So I popped it open and started looking back at what I pulled off 2 years ago. 40 pounds gone in just 12 weeks. But the number that really jumped out at me wasn't the weight. It wasn't even the 6% body fat I lost. It was the fact that those numbers dropped and my muscle mass didn't. That tells you everything. I wasn't just eating less with Awaken 180. I was eating to lose weight. The right proteins, the right foods, the right plan for me. So my body burned fat instead of muscle. And trust me, that matters. Because when people say they want to lose weight, what they really mean is they want to lose fat. But if you're not fueling your body the right way, guess what your body can start burning? Ding, ding, ding. Muscle. Exactly the opposite of what you want. Awaken 180 tackles the fat. The coaches tackle the plan. Tackle it and keep it off at awaken180weightloss.com.
On the First Coast, we have the backs of those who protect our community. That includes our canine officers out there every day with JSO and police across our area, tracking suspects, finding missing adults and children, putting their lives on the line. Canines United makes sure these four-legged heroes get the gear and training they need to come home safe. Join the 9K for Canines. Every step supports local police canine units. Sign up now at caninesunited.org because in the Bold City, we take care of our own.
Beat the spring cleaning rush and call Zero Res. Hicken here. This is the perfect time to clean those air ducts as you deal with allergy season, furnace and AC efficiency, post-winter, and more. Your air ducts are like the lungs of your home. If they're dirty, your indoor air suffers. Just check out the more than 8,000 Google reviews with a 4.9 rating. This month, take 20% off your whole home air duct cleaning. Pay less for more fresh. Call 287-5727 or go online at ZeroResJacksonville.com and ask for the 1010XL special.
Osprey Baseball returns home to beautifully renovated Harmon Stadium Tuesday, April 21st, as North Florida welcomes the Florida State Seminoles. Grab your family and friends for this powerhouse midweek matchup at Harmon Stadium Tuesday, April 21st. Get your tickets before they sell out. Call 904-620-BIRD or visit unfospreys.com/buy tickets now. 904-620-BIRD or unfospreys.com/buy tickets now.
ball. The Golf Club of Southampton is gearing up for brand new greens and a lot more, and now's your chance to save on membership before the fee increase. Take advantage of $1,000 savings if you join before the work starts in late April and before the initiation fee goes up. It's a great deal, plus $500 additionally in Pro Shop credit. Don't miss out. All the details are at golfsouthampton.com. Become a member now and save big. The course is in great shape, so head on out to the Golf Club of Southampton. Call 287-PLAY and get on the tee.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. When it's game time, Farah doesn't flinch. Who lit it up last night? Brought to you by American-Electrical.com.
12.9 left. Hornets are down by 3. White, turn around. Tie game! Ball breaks free. Gets it. 7 seconds. Ball the drive. And fire. Lays it in. There's no timeouts left for Miami. Charlotte up by 1. The drive. It's over. Mitchell got negated. The Hornets win it.
It was something. Big Sirs was watching. I think you have one lit up while they were lighting it up last night. Is that correct?
I did.
Yeah. and they ended up winning. And in the end, a little controversy about LaMelo, whether he basically swung the leg on Bam Adebayo, who hit the ground hard on his butt bone, which is never good. But they did not go with the flagrant or ejection or anything like that. But the Hornets lit it up last night. American Electrical, they can light up your world, residential, commercial, whatever it might be. Make sure you check them out, American-Electrical.com. I lit it up a different way last night. You feel like that's one of the great anthems, all the sing-along songs that you got. Anyway, went to see A Beautiful Noise last night with the FSCJ Artist Series, Times Union Performing Arts Center. It was a great show. And the dude who played Neil Diamond, unreal, really good. And it was
That's interesting.
And Neil Diamond, it's basically his musical memoir. It's a Broadway show, and he has Parkinson's now, and so he basically got behind this bad boy because he can't perform anymore.
Yeah.
It was good. I enjoyed it.
My daughter found something like that this Sunday. She's kind of eclectic. The Symphony of Miles Davis.
Oh, really? I bet that's pretty good.
We're going to that on Sunday.
Okay, so that's a long playlist, correct?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. And
I'm thinking about going to the symphony with the Beatles, which is coming up in May.
That'll be a good one, bro.
Yeah,
Nice. That'll be really good.
Any of those, if you instantly hear the artist and you know that they got plenty of big hits, big bangers, as they like to say, you know that you're going to be treated to a good night. That's for sure.
Now, the 2-minute drill is driven by nobody but Nimnik. Nimnik Chevrolet on Cassett Avenue and Nimnik Buick GMC on Phillips Highway.
Lauren Brooks joins us now. Helmets and Heels getting ready to roll.
I walk into big bangers. I have no idea what's going on.
Yeah, we were talking about big hits.
Talking about Diana Rossini.
Yeah. But that was an older subject, but somehow or another it popped back up in JJ's head. It's
pretty good, JJ. That was pretty good.
He knew he couldn't wait. What is happening on Helmets and Heels?
I'm not going to talk about big bangers whatsoever. No, we'll get into, of course, Jaguars and draft because that's what we do these days. And we will also talk a little football, like college football, too.
Yeah. Spring football, all that stuff. We haven't really settled in on any of those huge quarterback battles because we don't know any of these names just yet.
Yeah, it was interesting that I had read 2 weeks ago about the front runners at Alabama and Tennessee, and post the spring games, neither of the front runners are still the front runners.
Kind of like Florida, a little bit of a debate there as well with Philo.
Yeah, definitely a debate for sure. Yeah.
All right, sounds good, Lauren. We'll be listening.
All right, thanks.
Helmets and Heels coming up next. The drop that will be, he'll remember. That's it.
I like to. I'm not a humble guy, so I'll just say it. That was one of my funnier moments.
You set yourself up beautifully. Is how you did it.
It was just hanging out there. Somebody had to do it.
It's a big matzo ball you left out there.
Giant matzo ball hanging out there, man.
All right, we are done.
Good luck to her on her future endeavors.
Exactly.
I'm sure she'll have a show. I guarantee it.
Thanks for lunch, bro.
No problem. Thank you, Tony D's. Once again, phenomenal grandma slice, the best slice in town.
Yep. We enjoyed it. That's for sure. We are done. Golf Club of Southampton, thanks to them. Don't forget 287-PLAY. You can get on the tee sheet and enjoy this beautiful weather. Big Sirs, Maddie, Joe C, and JJ.
XL Primetime, driven by big #1 Duval Ford, the #1 place to buy your next vehicle. Here's another look behind the microphone at 10